Hello, hello! Are we live? How are we all doing? Is everything good? Is the audio balance good? My voice too loud, too quiet? Is the music drowned out, or vice versa? How are we all doing today? This is such a banger track, honestly. I probably am going to turn the music significantly down, though, because we've got people in voice chat in a minute. But before we begin anything, there's a lot going on right now. I've been up to here, guys. I've been busy, okay? I know it's all self-imposed, but man, I've been busy. I will talk about everything soon, alright? Let's just get through this in a logical order. So, first of all, Mac, Contra, Robbie, Supersoul, Adrian, Diamond Chef, Corey, Dr. Sepsum, I don't know what your names are. Fun Gamer Plays. Nice. That's like the most generic, like, YouTuber, like, small to medium-sized Let's Player YouTuber username. I love that. Fun Gamer Plays. You just tick it all the algorithm boxes there. Hello everyone, welcome. Thank you all for joining. Pleasure to see you. Alright. I love, is it Aria math? I don't know how it's pronounced, but I'm gonna, well, it's almost over actually. You know, when the track is over, we'll move on. I just want to make sure everything's good. But yeah. If the audio is good, if you guys are happy with it, then we are going to, then we're good to go. Corey, just hold your questions. All will be explained thoroughly now. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I have not planned this as thoroughly as I should have, and I'm really sorry because I think there are things which I've only come up with last minute and things which I haven't made entirely clear. And also, like, this was open to, like, a lot of people, so collaboration, I don't know, it was a bit messy, it was all very complicated. Let's just, oh, look, it's playing alpha. Right, I've turned the music right down, because we got people joining us in voice chat today, okay? Here's today's charity shoutout and QOTD. I'll talk more about these soon. There's the... As always, you got your like goal, I guess. If I go to the aquarium here, we have... Oh, you cheeky boy. It's a good thing I'm deafened. Cheeky boy. Because... They, can I have to invite. Why can't I just accept the request? I have to invite you. Alright, whatever. Cheeky boy who's got cheeky staff perms. Alright, boys. Guys, let's just introduce everyone who's here today in, whatever order I put you in the description. Alphabetical, I think. Yeah, Diamond Chef, aka Corey. How you doing today? You are really quiet. Is it just me or is he really quiet?
No, he is.
Can you guys hear him?
Can you guys hear me?
No.
Barely. You're just really quiet. Also, Paul, you've got like a lot of background noise coming from your mic. Hearing like a static fuzzing. I don't know if that's what that is, but if you could sort that out, that'd be great.
That's my computer fan. It's really loud for some reason.
Have you tried noise suppression? It might fix it. If it doesn't though, it's whatever.
I'm gonna turn with my mic settings for a bit. Give me a second.
Thank you, appreciate it. But yeah, Corey,
I think that's a bit better.
This is also a mic test. Your mic sounds good now. It does sounds pretty good. Guys, I'm gonna turn the music down even further.
Better? I hope it is.
Yeah.
Is it any better now?
Oh yeah, definitely okay, better.
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right.
Yeah, so, I am Diamond Chef, also, well, formerly Diamond Chef, as you all know me, but I'm Corey. Let's see what I did. A lot of my things, I changed a lot of what I do. I've been getting into a lot of digital art and music making all this time.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ,
working on a whole game project, basically, but there's not too much you need to know about me. I do make music, which is like a hobby, which I've been getting better at recently because I've been actually working up to trying to build my skill level on that because I'm actually really interested in that kind of thing. So, yeah, that's basically really all that there is to me.
That's cool. That's cool. I mean, for those of you who don't know, obviously, this is also the founder and host of Community Build, which is the first Discord server that ever partnered with the Hydration Nation. Great community. And yeah, Diamond Chef, they're changing the username, but like Diamond Chef's the old username. You can find Corey's music here. Very, just loads of cool stuff, honestly. Like, I just love seeing your innovation. And music's a great thing to be talented in. So, yeah, you can check out all their YouTube channels below, guys. Next on the list is Contra. Contra, I don't believe I've ever heard your voice before. Correct me if I'm wrong. But, well, oh, you're not here. Wait. Why is Supercell not marked down, but Contra is? I'm really sorry, dude.
Yeah, wait, hold on. I think Contra said that he wasn't gonna be in VC, right?
Fair enough. Yeah, they said they join as long as they can. Okay, well, guys, Contra is one of the people from Shrine of Ambience. That basically tells you what you need to know about them, but don't assume anything. This is their channel. Link below. Also, Supercell, I'm really sorry you weren't tagged, but
That's fine.
S does come before T, so yeah, you're next. How you doing? You sexy bastard.
I'm doing good today. I'm excited for this, actually.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. I think your mic is fine. Here's Supercell's channel, guys. You know who this is. This guy has won. You're like the latest in the line of like shoutout winners. Back in the day, like True Player got like loads and loads of QOTD wins. Then it was Mac for a period. Now it's you. You've kind of like the mantis from past.
It's not even because like they're necessarily the best. It's just because people don't do the QOTD
Right?
time, so I just win.
Yeah, you win by default. That's happened a lot lately. I might need to rework that.
Yeah.
It's just lost in. But yeah, there's some good videos in here. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I do stuff.
And last but not least, Dr. Porsephistum. How you doing, man?
Hello, I am Dr. Poor. I am a YouTuber who is actually considering quitting right now because of things going on in real life. I'm a game developer and also a gamer.
Yeah.
That's kind of all you really need to know.
So I've tagged his YouTube, as with everything in the description, guys, but that may change. I mean, if you go to their About page, the Game Jolt is right there. You know, I get it, man. Rebranding, it happens. I think we've all had our fair share of that. But yeah, there's some stuff here which you guys might be interested in, or not. Right.
Yeah.
You need to update your About because you changed your username, so it doesn't link anymore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Oh god, I forgot to update that. I almost never check my About
All of
page
these
on YouTube,
people
because-
can be found on the Hydration Nation, guys. If you want to meet them, if you want to, like, you might not be able to message them, just because, like, why would a randomer be able to message everyone? But, like, you can meet all these people, find out more about them on the Discord, which is obviously linked below, as always, and on the banner, and all that good stuff. And speaking of, I'm going to come back to this later. I'm going to touch on this briefly now and come back to this later. But I just released a new community post about the next big event stream, which I think you guys should all check out. I think you're all going to be interested in this thing. This is a very important thing, so definitely check that out later. Anyways, right, I think it's finally time we got on with the actual stream. This is a pretty big one, pretty hefty chonker of a stream. So, we're going to be creating...
Your mom, though.
Got him.
You walked right into that one, man.
Yeah, he really did. Interesting.
I have no response to that. I just realized, guys, I don't have the people's profile pictures over here. I'm gonna sort that out later. And I'm not gonna add this, guys.
Voice in your head.
Yeah, it's the voices, guys. Guys, we're gonna be creating our own Minecraft updates. Today's Debate Direct is more than a discussion on Minecraft's design. It's an extra special challenge. Several esteemed members of the Hydration Nation and myself will be presenting and debating our ideas for Minecraft updates and voting on a winner. We use the poll in chat to vote on a winner. And I'm asking you guys about it as well. The best idea from chat, I will give a shout out in addition to the people who are already collaborating with me. So before we even begin any of that though, I want to spend a little while just kind of talking and freely discussing ideas. If you guys could update Minecraft, what are like the immediate things that pop into mind of, oh, what does Minecraft need in terms of additions? Anyone can start. I don't really mind. I'm going to start your profile pictures.
A new boss!
Yes, I agree.
Yes, a boss would be really great to have in Minecraft, especially since we're lacking that. So
Bosses, I agree. I think bosses need to be summonable, so you can only fight them if you want to, or in like a very specific location, like the Warden.
Yeah, exactly.
But like if we have more golems, like the Wither, I think that would be awesome if you could, like, go to a...
The thing that was from like one of the mob votes, the giant like blaze thing, like that would be so cool. Like
Right?
the Nether doesn't have a boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, we haven't had a new boss since 1.4, since the Warden's not really a boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, technically, I mean, it depends on your definition. Some people count raids as a boss because they have the health bar. And then there's also
But technically,
Elder
I
Guardians.
consider him a mini boss, if anything.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing. Like, there's not a strict definition. Sorry to be that guy, but I think there are comparisons with Terraria to be made here. Like, I think
Definitely.
Minecraft could definitely take inspiration from Terraria on this one. Because I
Then
love
again, I
the
feel
way...
like Terraria falls a bit too much into that trap where it's all just get items, fight the next boss, get items, fight the next boss. Like,
True.
Minecraft shouldn't be like that.
Agreed. And also, Terraria can just randomly spawn bosses on you. It's kind of
True.
bullshit.
That's always kind of funny.
It's a different kind of game, but yeah, for Minecraft, I
Yeah.
think just... It doesn't even need many. I just think maybe 1 or 2 more bosses themed in certain locations, like... Jungle temples, right? They suck. They need a rework. They haven't been updated
Yeah,
in
that
forever.
would be cool.
Imagine if there was like a unique type
they're
of
terrible.
block where you could build a golem there and then summon like a jungle-themed like boss or something. I don't know. That's just an
Yeah.
idea. But yeah, here are the peeps. So anyway, yeah, let's look at my thumbnail for a second, okay? I'm so full of it, guys. But seriously, when I thought, okay, obvious things to add to Minecraft, you've got the mob votes. All the mob vote losers, the Inferno Blades, the Copper Golem. And then there's like...
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't participate in the mob votes until the Wanderer Dream.
Oh,
Race
I've never voted on any mob vote. But yeah, no, that's perfectly understandable. I actually like the glow squid as it is, but I'm still against what Dream did there. That was disgusting.
Yeah, that was stupid.
I mean, it's just the whole way it's structured by Mojang is just not very... Is it Mojang
Yeah,
or Mojang? I actually don't know. I've heard people say it the
Mojang?
other way.
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, but sorry, go on. I need a drink. God, I'm parched.
Oh yeah, I need a drink too. I think I was gonna say,
Hydrate, guys.
I think Minecraft officially said it was Mojang because on the April 4th update, they said they have their intro that's like Mojang.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah,
Oh.
it's just Phoenix SC trolling me.
Mojang!
Mojang. Yeah. Anyway, so also to answer your question, Corey, 'cause I was just looking at chat. I don't mind what order we go in with the presentations. We can go in whatever order we like. So yeah, first of all here we've got, you know, mob vote stuff, like, you know, the Kraken thing, the Aether. People have been saying for years, like, man, they should add something like that to the actual game. And then the actual developer of the creator of the Aether joined the development team of Minecraft like a couple years back. So, like, seeing some rough equivalent to that in the actual vanilla game is possible. I think that could happen. Maybe with the whole Ancient City portal. I don't know. It's weird. So another dimension. That's like a popular thing, right? 4th dimension for Minecraft.
Yeah, I don't know if I really like the Aether, because I feel like it's so, like, obvious, and it's been done so many times in, like, mods that it will lose, like, all of its impact, I think.
I agree. I think there's a different way of
It's
handling it.
already a mod on Java, so if the
Yeah.
creator of the Aether mod wants to put it on the Bedrock Marketplace, they absolutely can.
That's true.
Yeah. Last 2 things I'll mention from the thumbnail: emerald tools and armor. That's just like a old clickbait kind of thing. It's like, oh, but what if this
Yeah.
resource
It's a
had
meme
tools
at
and
this
armor?
point.
Crafting the emerald armor in Minecraft!
Guys,
swear.
the obsidian pickaxe, guys.
We already have uses for trading. We don't need emerald armor and tools.
Yeah, no,
I
it's
agree. I don't think we need that many, like, armor tools and shit. I feel like we're pretty fine as it is.
I agree. Like, people, I remember people have said, like, what if there was, like, copper, like, tools up? But I'm like, it would be like chainmail. It would be virtually the same as iron. There'd be no point to it.
Yeah.
And
what if
then,
there was dirt armor.
Oh my god, guys. Dirt.
That's
Well,
why
there,
golden copper is so useless.
there actually is a mod for that. I watched a Wisp, I think it was a Wisp video. He has a plugin in one of his videos, which I think you can get on his Patreon, where you can make armor out of pretty much anything. You can make
God.
dirt armor, diorite armor, you can make emerald armor, you can make netherrack armor. It's absolutely nuts. You can make sugarcane armor.
Can you make barrier block armor?
Probably.
This armor is pretty sweet.
You can make totem armor. Totem of undying
my
chest.
gosh.
How did that work? Wait, would you just break?
You just be
or
invincible.
something?
Yeah, the durability. Every time the durability goes down, it does the totem pop. It's got like 200 durability.
Like it's not. And she's like, okay, I'm gonna fight right now. Clank, clank, clank.
That'd be hilarious. Anyways, and the last thing is Herobrine, which I mean, that needs no introduction. Herobrine in vanilla Minecraft. Well,
No.
yeah.
Why?
What do you think of that? What if they actually did that?
That would be
I don't think that would make
fucking
sense,
stupid.
since Steve is not really used by that many people anymore.
Yeah.
Like, almost no one uses default skins.
Interesting. Well, maybe.
I know if I was like 10, maybe I would like that, but I don't know. It's not.
I honestly
I
think.
tried summoning Herobrine when I was like 9.
I honestly think it would be cool if they did add Herobrine into the vanilla game, and here's why: they stopped
I feel like that's
adding.
like a final update.
They stopped putting removed Herobrine in the
did they?
update logs, right? They've stopped doing
that's
that
just
years
because
ago.
Minecraft became like kind of soulless, so that's why.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
and it sucks. But imagine if there was just this astronomically low chance, like this 1 in a billion chance of like Herobrine spawning just at the edge of render distance.
Oh my god.
It wouldn't even have to be obvious. It could be a subtle thing. It could literally just be Herobrine, like with no animations, no AI, just standing there and then just popping out of existence as soon as you get like, as soon as you notice him. And they could even
imagine
add
if, like,
you know, references like the burned
Dude,
trees
that
and
would
stuff.
Imagine if
break
there were
into
like,
it.
imagine if there were like forests that had like no leaves, and then like in a distance, like you turn around, there would be like a brief glimpse of Herobrine before he just vanishes. Like
Right.
he wouldn't attack you, but like he would still be there. Like that
Yeah.
would be pretty cool. Actually.
They could even connect it to
Yeah.
like the creepy cave noises and the whole mood game mechanic and like add that horror aspect to Minecraft. I think that'd be interesting is all I'm saying. And a final update, if there ever was one, that would probably be fitting.
Yeah, that would maybe work.
Yeah, Herobrine should be the final update, but that's
I
fine.
feel like if Herobrine was ever added, that would just break the internet.
Yeah, it would. It would be nuts.
everyone would freak out.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, because people go in the code and find it immediately, but I think there
Yeah.
would be charm there because of just
I
Herobrine
hate
is
people
still
that
remembered,
leave
right?
things. That's so stupid.
Also, I just want to say hi to Duncan, Pips, and everyone else who has joined the chat. Thank you for joining. Friday Night Gacha Trap, what a username. But yeah, speaking of horror in Minecraft, did anyone ever watch Kane Carter's concept for the Ghosts and Ghouls update?
No, I haven't.
I kind of watched it, but then I got bored after.
Well, fair enough. But yeah, funny Pop Goes man, guys, the creator of Pop Goes, he had an idea for a Minecraft update, and if I remember correctly, he never uploaded part 2. It never seemed to get finished, which is kind of sad, because it looked really cool, even though it was just an idea.
Right.
I don't know if part 2's ever happening, because it was like a part 1 video that never... I'm going to go look it up right now. Let's go to the Funny Man's channel. Kane Carter YouTube.
I don't think he did actually.
I might have just missed it. Hold on.
Oh,
I don't remember
Is this
it.
it? Let me go find this. The Ghosts and Ghouls. There it is. Ghosts and Ghouls Part 1. Vampires and Ghosts in Minecraft. Ghosts and Graves. Sorry. Ghosts and
yeah, there's no
Graves.
part two.
But yeah, no, part 2. That was like a year ago. I think he must have, like, ditched it. He might have mentioned it in a community post a long time ago somewhere. I don't really follow Kane, to be honest. I am subscribed. I don't have the bell. But, I don't need the bell. I got Shrine of Avians. Anyways. But yeah. Right.
Oh.
We're going to spend some time just kind of brainstorming, chatting, and I'm going to prepare my presentation. Because guess what? I'm doing one, and I haven't even started it.
Oh, good job.
I've been busy. That's my excuse. But I know that I can pull this off because I'm a gamer. So I'm going to launch Minecraft, and I'm going to be making a presentation as an actual in-world build while we're doing this. And I will go last, because I'm
Ooh,
probably going to
okay.
need to do that. I know some of you might have presentations, PowerPoints, or whatever. You can link them in... put them in the collaboration thread. Just put them in the thread, the Minecraft one. We can just get on with that. I'll go Optifine 1.19. Yeah, so can we have titles for each of your concepts? You could put them in the thread if you want, but just like, what are your titles for these updates? Because, you know, updates have names, right?
Yeah.
I want to hear them to make sure that I'm not doing the same thing as everyone else, or it's
Yeah,
not
I get
too
that,
similar.
makes sense.
So if you guys haven't got a title, come up with one now. You can take a few minutes, no rush. We do have limited time, but we've got like 2 hours
mind.
till SCP, and I can delay that if need be.
Yeah.
Yeah, we literally 2 hours, 6 minutes, plenty of time.
Okay.
So
Well, I guess
yeah.
I'll go first. My
Ooh, okay.
title for my Minecraft update is called Darkness Awakens.
Oh, he's even got a logo for it. Oh
sounds
my
nice.
goodness, guys, let's get a look at this.
Oh.
Oh my goodness
cool.
me.
Let me check it.
Oh, great heavens. I'm just gonna go to this screen unless I'm showing something off here.
Oh dang, okay.
Wow. Okay, so Darkness
That
Awakens.
looks cool.
That is fucking epic. I'm gonna steal that. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned this, but if the winner, guys, the winner of the presentations, whoever gets the most votes, will get to feature exclusively in a future Minecraft challenge stream with me, with a challenge based on their idea. So, if you like, this isn't just for fun. The winner is gonna have an entire stream and like one of my challenges based on their idea. So, yeah, I will use that in the thumbnail if this one wins. That's all I'm saying. Wow. So Contra's got an end update. Okay. Darkness Awakens. I'm trying to work out what this could be.
Okay, do you want to hear something funny?
What's funny?
Contra has an end update. I also have an end update.
Ah, I knew this would. I should have prepared more thoroughly for this. That's fine though, because you can. It actually makes it easier to compare which of you did it better. So.
It's true. I know,
The only reason I didn't do an end update is because I thought everybody else was doing it, so I was like, I'm not gonna do an end update.
Yeah, it's too obvious.
And
I didn't do an end update.
I was on like the reverse psychology. I was like, since they're gonna think everyone's gonna do it, no one's gonna do it, so I'm gonna do it. But then Contra did it, so. My plans have failed. No.
Yeah. No, this could still work. This could still work.
Yeah, it would be fun.
Because we're not judging on presentations so much as the actual ideas.
Generally, but yeah, still, you probably still have some different ideas regardless.
Paul, do you have a
title?
title?
It's like so like vast.
I've got titles from everyone except Paul. Sorry.
I have a title.
Could you post it in the thread? I just want to compare it.
I didn't really create an image for it, but I do have a name chosen.
You can just type it. I didn't expect images. This is amazing. The amount of effort, considering you guys have had like a week. I mean, I don't know how much free time you guys already have between, because we're all like students and shit. And you know, I'm lucky. My term already ended because I'm at uni. We're at civilized.
No.
You guys are still in like high school. That shit's nuts. You're in hell.
My term hasn't ended, sir.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made mine in like 1 hour.
Desert update.
Desert and Terrors. Okay, this is amazing
Ooh.
because you almost had the same idea as me. Almost. About a year ago on my Reddit, I drafted a post to Minecraft suggestions, which I never actually posted because holy shit, it is so strict, the rules about it, I gave up. And I don't know if I still have the draft. But Tasha and I, my sister, Potato, we had an idea for an update. Sand Update was the working title, but it was pretty much Deserts and Terrors. It's probably not going to be the same. But we had a rough idea for a big revamp of all things desert related. Specifically, like Badlands as well, and Red Sand and all that kind of thing. So I'm very curious about that. Okay, my title. I need to come up with a title. I'm thinking. If you guys want to like do any last minute prep now, you can as well. If you want to introduce new ideas and topics. Because I think there's a bunch of obvious things which people think of when we say Minecraft update. And I think one of them, which no one's mentioned yet, is the inventory. One of my other ideas was just going to be an inventory update, which just reworked that. But the thing is, 1.19.3's kind of started on that. We've already had a creative menu rework.
Yeah.
Survival needs a lot, but that might happen sooner than you think. And I don't think that's enough to... I don't think you could brand an update on that. It needs to be cohesive. Remember when we did the tier list, guys? Robbie was there. You know, we judged not only on the content, but the way it was all structured and formulated. The best updates were the ones with a very clear theme that was, you know, consistently threaded throughout. So, oh man, give me a minute.
Does have 1.20 has bundles added into the snapshots.
Please,
I think those are
Mojang,
only coming.
please add bundles.
Bundles, yes, I love those.
Yeah.
Or at least I would love them, maybe.
Alright. This is my title. Alright. I'm not going to say anything else. That's going to be the title. And I'm going to start working on it now. So, yeah. Here we go. New world, creative mode. I got to speedrun this. I mean, how much time do we have? If we start doing presentations in half an hour, I think we'll probably be able to fit everything in. Because I mean, how long are the presentations going to be? We have time between them for debate and stuff, so...
No.
I think if we take 30 minutes now, maybe less, 20 or 30. So are there any other specific things you guys want to talk about then? Like, which may or may not have been, like, part of your updates? You don't have to reveal anything.
Yeah.
Honestly, want to wait till I get to my presentation, so I'm gonna let everyone else do
Yeah,
their thing.
alright,
I'm just
fair
gonna
enough.
spin this-
There's
Fair
something I
enough.
want to talk
What am I doing?
about. There's been lots of talks about like a potential archaeology update because of the like fossils and the sniffer.
Yeah.
I was wondering what you all thought of that, because it's interesting. I think it would work quite well in Minecraft, because it's like something they haven't really explored, and I feel like it could tie in with lots of like all of the structures. For instance, for example, the jungle temples. They could add something about archaeology. There's like an ancient temple, and I think it would be quite interesting.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Sorry, I got a lot to do here. Alright. Oh god, my controls are reset to default. Oh no, why?
That's terrible.
No,
I don't know if
all
any
those
of you guys know about the last Minecraft stream I did, literally yesterday. It was pure vanilla. I played Minecraft on default settings. It was kind of terrible, but also not that different. Because honestly, I don't play with fancy mods a lot of the time. I'm not like the Java elitists who like can't stand vanilla. I actually don't. I don't know. I usually play with pretty simple stuff. Okay. Oh boy. All right. I got a plan. I have.
He's got the greatest plan.
This is the greatest plan. Guys, I'm gonna add helicopters to Minecraft. That's my update idea. That's it.
Minecraft guns and
Yeah, guns in
whatever
Minecraft.
update.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just have a fucking like tank.
Tank missile.
Yo, poor made a logo.
Yo, let's get a look at that.
Like 5 seconds.
1 second, guys. I'm tabbing in and out of Minecraft here because I'm
Let's
doing
go.
big boy planning and whatnot. All right, perfect. Right, let's get a look at this. Oh no, what we need? Oh, that looks lovely. You got the font and everything. Love it.
Simplicity is good.
Oh, absolutely. Especially with Minecraft, it's, you know, minimalist art style. Okay.
Huh?
What are you doing?
Check the thread.
Yeah, check the thread real quick.
Hold on, I'm looking at it. You can recycle. What? Bro, Contra, what is happening? You want to get those mine coins, bro? You gotta get them. It's stonks, man. It's an
Valuable, man.
investment.
Better than Bitcoin.
Yeah, guys, it's the Ethereum blockchain. Funny Among Us Sussybaka craft mine Roblox goated with this. Yeah.
You forgot Among Us in there. It's important.
Among
You
yeah,
need to
sorry,
put it in.
Among Us. Among Us. Okay, alright. I need to actually write down my ideas because this is a rough idea I've had for ages, but I've never really written it down formally. So,
Yeah, all of like the end stuff I have, I like made the presentation like an hour, but it's all ideas I've had like over the years, so it should still be quite refined.
oh boy. Okay, I'm getting ideas now. Okay, they haven't added barriers to the create menu, I don't believe. There we go. But yeah, chat, have you got any ideas? Any titles even? Yeah, the Minecraft coin.
Wine?
Matt's just staring into the camera.
Yep. Yeah, I am.
Damn,
Damn, for real.
kinda terrifying.
Nah,
Matt
no way.
stares at the camera update.
Yes, I agree. Minecraft camera update, you can like take pictures and shit, I don't know. I guess you can already do that with screenshots, but...
Oh god, no!
I got the Steve beard, so yeah, Minecraft. Guys, Minecraft real life update. This is like Minecraft, but it's hyper realistic.
All of those like YouTube like videos from like 2015, like Minecraft in real life.
Yeah.
Those were so funny.
They're the best. Oh god, this is
staring there, menacingly.
Menacingly, yeah. Let me get a book. I'll write this down in game.
Imagine reading.
Reading. Imagine being literate.
Yeah, haha.
Average FNAF fan when someone says they're literate. What a loser.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Fuck.
Bro, why are you clapping, bro?
Is this the Minecraft sex update finally?
Yeah, the sex update, guys. We finally got it after all this time. Ooh. Guys, Mac has an idea in chat. The Traveler's Journey. It would add a new adventure mode, lore, biomes, dimensions. The end made a regular dimension? I don't know what you mean by that. Focus more on exploration and finding structures to get hints, fight bosses, and reach the true end of the update.
I feel like that would be a lot for a single update, though. Like,
yeah, watch it become new caves and cliffs, split in 3 parts.
Jay's gonna split into 3 parts.
Yeah.
it would be a lot. Like, I guess, like, something like a dimension on new structures could work, but, like, 2 dimensions, a brand new mode, lore, and lore I feel like should stay abstract in Minecraft anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, my update does not take any lore into account whatsoever. It probably just screws it up, and I'm gonna probably have to amend it. I don't know.
I feel like the only one who went all out because I have like a whole music disc and everything.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
That's actually epic.
I made a Google document with like 10 pages of content.
Wow, that's hefty. That is a hefty amount of content.
Slides.
Oh man. Bro, what the hell is the thread chat right now? I'm not even gonna show this in the stream. It's just goofy.
I don't want to know. It scares me.
It's the leaked Minecraft sex update.
Oh my god.
Legend has it that we're actually living. Oh.
Oh man.
He's like showing a gift of that. Yeah, no, Contra, you're not like... Don't worry, it's fun.
Mac, I just read your most recent message in the chat as if it were Rick Astley saying they were gonna give you up.
Yeah, true,
Oh my
it's never
God.
gonna
How
happen.
could they?
You could be a mod, definitely.
Okay.
I'm playing Minesweeper right now, this is epic.
Epic Minesweeper moment.
I love Minesweeper.
Minesweeper is love, Minesweeper is life.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. On God. Real. Okay. Oh my god, I
What
heard
the
that.
hell is going on?
What the hell? Oh my god. Oh, that's amazing. Alright. Minesweeper's actually based. Honestly, yeah, Minesweeper's pretty cool. I like Minesweeper. Minesweeper's nice. Minesweeper's neato
Minesweeper's-
burrito.
Minesweeper's great, but it gets very confusing once you get into like higher play, because you have to like actually learn shit.
Yeah. man. Ooh.
If only I could remember my uni material as much as I remember my Minesweeper patterns.
For real. Sag. Okay. Almost done here, he says. I don't know. Kinda getting there. How long we got? 109 minutes till Secret Lab. Okay. Right, it might be time to get on with presentations, I think.
Alright.
Yeah.
Nice stuff, Mac. Do you guys want to just do your presentations? Because I think I'm not going to make the entire thing I wanted to here. It's just going to be a part of it. But
I see.
who wants to go first?
Your mom.
Yo.
Does anyone want to go first?
I honestly want to revise a few more things as I'm putting into account a couple
4 hour. Oh my gosh.
But
Yeah, 4 hour Minesweeper
anybody-
stream. Be great.
Minesweeper stream. That would be
That'd be
funny.
amazing. I do not want to go first.
can go
I actually
first.
will probably go last. Go on, go first.
Yeah, I'll go first. If you
All right,
want to.
Super Soul, run us through this.
excited, I'm
let
so
me
excited.
let
This is gonna be
me
fun.
let me screen share this.
All right.
1 sec. How do you start the slide? Okay, like that. Okay, let me. Oh wait, can I not screen share? Oh.
You can screen share in the other voice chat. You could just post it in there. But if you want to screen share it, we can move to the screen share VC.
Yeah, I want to screen share it. So
I
can,
just
like,
made this
actually,
new
like,
thing
see
yesterday.
the
Check it
slides.
out. If you go here. Gadzooks.
Wow, honestly, quite incredible.
Yeah. This used to be the
Before-
charity exclusive voice chat, but I brought it back because I think we need a screen share voice chat. So go on. Do your thing. Share the thing.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. I can show the
do you
stream
see-
also.
do you see it?
Yes, I observe.
Alright.
Oh
so
my god,
this
guys.
is my epic Minecraft update concept. It is a
Sense.
concept.
Alright, let's hear it. Let's go. Let's go
As
through it like I
already
went through your
talked
mum.
about before, it's the Minecraft end update. Again, kinda, because they already kind of updated it in like, I think 1.9 was it?
1.9,
Yeah.
yes.
But the update kinda, it was good, but the end update kinda sucked, because it's still kinda boring. It's underwhelming even after an update. Let's be honest, you go in the end, you kill the dragon, okay, that's nice. Then you go get your elytras, get some loot, and then you just leave. Like, it doesn't feel like the end of the game. It just feels like it's just there for the dragon and nothing else, really.
Yeah.
And so it lacks a
Yeah.
shit ton of content, and it makes me very sad, just like that emoji face. This is me IRL right
Oh
now
my god.
when I think about the end. So, first of all, I want to kind of rework how you get to the end, but not really, because I want it to be more of a challenge. So, there's gonna be a new Eye of Ender crafting recipe, but they have infinite uses. So you have materials from all over your Minecraft world. You have your blaze powder, you have the shards from like the deep dark, you have some prismarine shard and a phantom membrane. I guess it's like the sky or whatever. I don't know. And a heart of the
That
sea.
feels a bit OP.
I like
Yeah.
the crafting recipe. Sorry, we shouldn't talk over it. Just let him finish it and then we'll do questions after.
All right. And you craft an Eye of Ender. You only need one because it has infinite uses, so you don't have to like bother getting a ton of these materials.
Oh, wow.
That makes sense,
And
actually.
there's always one I'm missing. I'm not really changing the stronghold. The stronghold is like not really the subject matter here. It's mostly just the end. It could be changed, but I think it's fine as is. You know, you go in, you put your eye, and then you go in the end. Now you spawn in the same usual location, but there is no dragon or end crystals. Ignore the image that very obviously has a dragon and end crystals. And the gateway to the islands is like there. The dragon's not there though, and you can't escape. You're still trapped. The portal isn't here. And so, how do you escape the new end? Well, this is where a lot of the new end content comes into play. There's gonna be 4 new biomes, which all have a few mobs, not too many, because we don't want to overscope too much, with a few blocks and their unique structure, which has their mini-boss. We were talking about bosses earlier. I want to make the end feel like kind of like it's the ending of the game. It's kind of like a gauntlet, a challenge to get to the dragon and kill it. It's not just get in, blow it up with a few beds, and then just you win, right? So you need to defeat each mini boss at least once to summon the dragon. The islands are bigger and they're all one biome, and they have their unique structures. And the basic one still exists and still has the entities. The entities already have enough content, I think, for like a structure. You know, they have their shulkers, they have the elytras, they have like their ships.
Yeah.
So I think that's fine. So they don't have a mini boss. Oh wait, what? Sorry, Matt.
Sorry, no, I'm just thinking out loud.
Oh, alright. So I'm gonna talk about some of the new biomes now. A lot of the new biomes are inspired from some mods that I saw that actually are pretty cool. And the images are taken from this as well. So we have a forest biome. It's kind of like the warped forest, but it's like for the end. We have a lot of purple grass. We have, you know, and Chorusford will go here now, because it makes sense, because it's a forest. They would have some, like, it would be the chill biome, kind of, where there would be friendly NPCs that you could trade with, kind of like villagers or the piglins. I thought of, like, ender elves, because I think that would be kind of cool. And there would be the tree with the mini-boss, which would be some sort of, like, plant enderman thing. I don't know, I didn't really think about it too much. And it will mostly have a lot of decorative items. You could get a lot of the grass, you could get new wood, and you would get the Chorusford there, obviously. All the purple log decks would have the fiery biome, inspired by Hardcore in their expansion, which would be a scorch biome, lots of like lava, fire, and you know, new types of grass, which would be like kind of like scorch and grass. It would be the most dangerous biome, which would have a lot of like fire enemies. So you would probably want a fire resistance potion or something. And the structure would be like a tower with a lot of like magma blocks. It would have some like new unique brick types as well, for decoration purposes. And the mini boss could be some sort of like, I don't know, like some sort of golem enderman, which would be like made out of fire, and he would like attack you, try to put you on fire, like throw things at you. I think that would be pretty cool. Again, the mini bosses wouldn't be too strong. They would be a bit more beefy than a normal mob, but they wouldn't be like crazy strong as well, because we don't want it to be like impossible either. Then my favorite one is some sort of like underground crystal biome. It's I think the end. I don't know why. I always kind of envision like crystals in the end. I don't know why. Maybe it's because purple. Honestly, no idea. And the surface of the island would be pretty barren. It would have maybe like a few crystals or a few like rocks. But the underground, where you would have most of the materials in the actual biome. They have some materials that could be used to craft some end-related items, such as equipment, which wouldn't be as strong as netherite, but which could be like equivalent to diamond maybe. And it would have a lot of like rocky crystal enemies. Again, most of them would be dangerous, and they would do basic enderman stuff like teleport and, you know, attack you. And the structure would be like an abandoned shaft in the overworld, but in the end. And the mini-boss would be some sort of enderman spider. I actually found an image for this. I found it on, I think, Phoenix SC's Reddit. I will need to find the user again.
Nice.
And they would try to like poison you by shooting like webs. Again, I always associate the end with like poison, again because of the purple. So I think that would kind of make sense. And the last one I kind of thought of, which I don't have an image for, unfortunately, Sag, is some sort of snowy biome, which would be covered in like a special end snow, which again would be kind of unique. And obviously would have snow and ice theme enderman mob. And the structure would be, you know, kind of like the igloos in your world, except much bigger. And the mini boss, I thought of like an Ender Yeti, but I don't know if it would work. I feel like maybe some sort of like ice, like Golem Enderman, kind of like the fire one, but with ice, would maybe work a little better. And so all of the structures would have a bit of loot. They wouldn't just be the boss. They would like have some like an inside, you know, they would have some stuff to see other than just finding the boss. And so after that, once you beat all of the mini bosses, oh, first of all, yeah, I forgot I added that. Some item ideas that I had. I think one that could be interesting, the most interesting one, in my opinion, is this, the inverted pearls. It's a cool idea I had. Well, you throw an ender pearl, but instead of you teleporting to the location where you threw the pearl, anything that hits the pearl gets teleported to the original location from where it was thrown. I feel like it could have a lot of uses, not only like redstone, but also...
Oh, that's so useful.
It sounds very cool, like you can do fucking like trick shots.
Yeah, that would be really interesting.
In the air, then you like water bucket and he gets teleported in the air and he just fucking dies. Thought that would be kind of cool. There needs to be, considering all the new content and the fact that you're trapped, I think there needs to be some sort of like respawn anchor for the end that allows you to respawn as well, that you could craft. Because it would just be a pain if you do all that and you just die to the dragon and then you just like, bruh. And you have to like go all the way back. Ender shards would mean the crystal biomes, they would allow you to craft new equipment. Again, the equipment would be too strong. It would definitely not be as strong as netherite, but maybe equivalent to diamond or a little worse. Definitely better than iron though. This ender book, which is kind of like an ender pearl, but with a durability and it doesn't take health. So you point and you teleport and it has a small cooldown, just as the ender pearls do. And of course there would be a bunch of like new blocks, decorative items, and things like that. Once you beat the bosses, the dragons will spawn. There will be like an indicator maybe in chat, or maybe you can craft an item. And once you go back to the main island, the dragon will spawn, the ender crystals will like spawn, and the dragon will appear. The portals will close, so you can't just go back to the islands and just like be like bye-bye. I don't think the dragon needs to be changed. She was already changed and I think it works great. And I don't want to change it too much because it's kind of, the way the fight works right now is I think kind of iconic. And the whole ender crystal mechanic I don't think needs to be changed. I think it's pretty interesting in itself. And once you defeat her, you know, the portal will open and normal and you will be able to leave and come back as you please. But the dragon egg now, it makes a little baby. Because I think just having an egg as a reward is kind of boring. It's just like, good job, now you have this block that is static. I feel like being able to hatch the egg and have like a small dragon baby. Again, I found this image in like Phoenix Sees Reddit, I think. And you know, maybe she would act like a dog, but you know, would maybe like throw fire or something. I think that would be really cute. And also, you know, dragon pet, OP, amazing. Okay, I'm done. Thank you for listening.
Alright. Well done! I don't know if everyone can hear the clapping. Well done, man.
Wow, I'm like, I love the
Let's talk about that. That's amazing.
Yeah, okay, since we're on the screen share slide, I think we should go back. We could talk about different more concepts in depth. I'm really interested in that new Ender crafting recipe because it was just like, it really forces you to explore your Minecraft world before you actually complete the game.
Yeah, because it's the end.
Yeah.
It makes the end the actual end.
That you have to explore.
Okay, sorry, you go first. I want to like critique it and review it and like give feedback and stuff.
Yeah, go ahead. Really, my whole focus on it is, the only thing is, I wish Minecraft at this very moment had more uses for things like the new echo shards that they have, because, you know, there's kind of just one use for it, and that's just to craft your respawn compass, which is kind of just like needed if you die, which, you know, it's kind of useless in hardcore mode anyway. So yeah, there's kind of no point to really use them. So that being included in one of the four corners of the recipe makes it like a really interesting like way. Like you really have to visit all parts of your world, from like underwater to very deep underground to this hot place. It kind of brings more to the game, if you know what I mean, than what it is now.
Yeah, because right now it's mostly just go to the nether, get your blaze rod, get an ender pearl, and then
yeah. Oh, here's the thing, right? Minecraft has this I guess problem with that. There's a lot of content which just kind of offshoots the main game, which you can completely ignore to you know, free the end. You're making it here so that if you're gonna actually kill the dragon for the end, you gotta basically 100% the game. I mean, not really, but it's like you gotta really be more thorough with actually exploring the different parts of Minecraft. So speedrunners aren't gonna like that, but everyone else will probably find that more interesting.
Hey, it would make the speedrun more fresh, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there is that argument.
Yeah. So my thing is like, I feel like Minecraft needs like, because the end already has been in place for so many years, changing it would really upset like a lot of people. So I was thinking like they should be like a second end, like, or maybe just like a bonus thing that once you reach the end, like you have your egg trophy basically. It doesn't really do too much. So I'm just like, what if there was like a second, maybe like a second portal somewhere, like, or it could be like where you have to explore all corners of your end to find this like this really rare structure that has like another portal to go to further down into the end somewhere, maybe, where you find like, it could probably be like 2 dragons or something, and it's like the arena's completely built different. So I feel like that would be a really good use to have the new type of iVendor. Maybe they can be like the base game one where you just craft basically like it is now, and then there can be another one where you
Yeah,
need
that
to
would be
actually explore your
cool.
world. So you did complete the game technically, but if you want to 100% it, you really need to invest yourself into your world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty interesting. Yeah,
Hmm.
you kind of get the choice that way.
Yeah, so you can be happy with your ending that you got, or you can really figure out there's like more to it. Because at the end, really the end, there's so much new stuff being
Well, that's the
shown.
thing, right? Should the end actually be the end? I don't know. I have mixed feelings about this idea. I think you shouldn't really mess around too much with the core of Minecraft that's remained unchanged since the beginning. I'm not a fan of the I think like changing like the crafting recipe and the way the Eye of Ender functions is pretty dubious. I don't think that would go down well. And I think having to go all around the end and defeat all these mini bosses just to get to the dragon kind of disrupts the pacing of the game, because it feels like very linear and feels like you have to do this and this rather than just letting the player explore in a more natural way. Also, like, why bother having the end island with the gateway open immediately when you could just go straight to the gate, like to the end island stuff, right? But I like the idea for the biomes, like a Nether style revamp. I like the some of the blocks mob stuff. The inverse pearl is genius. I think the other ones, but that one was brilliant. And the idea for what to actually do with the egg. I think having the egg actually hatch into a tameable dragon is like the perfect solution. I don't know why that's not already a thing.
Yeah,
Should
that's
definitely
always bother me.
that would be really good to have, I think. So I don't know. I think that was pretty interesting. Definitely, I don't know. I like some of it. Some of it was not so great.
Yeah, I guess
think about it.
the whole like your.
I kind of
first
wish you made your own
react and
visuals
execute.
for some of the biomes, but otherwise it was good.
I did not have the time or the resources to do that. I'm gonna be frank.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm trying to judge on ideas more than anything. I mean, we're gonna have a vote with everybody, so it's up to you guys. But yeah, think about that. The end update again. I really like the idea of having to make you explore more of your world and actually do more than just the usual blaze rod farming and whatnot and ender pearl collection to actually experience it. Anyway, alright, if that's everything, unless you guys have more questions, I don't know what else to say. I think it's a cool idea. I think it's really interesting.
Yeah, I really like the fundamentals of the end being like a whole new dimension, and yeah, at the moment it definitely like it needs a revamp. As you can see in Minecraft Dungeons, it's like the best. It's like dream end. So like, definitely the end needs a update that will just solidify what it is, because a lot of people go out to the Nether and be like, oh, it's a cool place, let me build my house here, and the same thing in the overworld, but there's nothing really in the end to be like, oh, I want to build my house here. Like if there was something that would make me say like, oh, I want to build my house here because this is a really cool environment, then that's when I feel like a dimension is quote-unquote complete.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can kind of
Because
see that.
anybody can now, like in the old Nether, maybe you could have been like, oh yeah, cool lava, I can build my house here, but there really wasn't too much with it. But now with the new biomes in the Nether, you can kind of find like a little snug place. Maybe it's in between like Crimson and War. So you can really get a nice like home there. It can be like something maybe to put that same energy into the end, so we can have like a settled place in all dimensions instead of being limited to the ones we have now.
Yeah, I agree. The new Nether biomes are fantastic.
Yeah,
I love them. I love
1.16 still my favorite update.
And
It's
Blackstone,
crazy good.
Blackstone.
Yeah, Warped Forest, I love.
Okay.
Can we agree that Basalt Delta is Sakvo to explore?
Yeah,
it's
but
also my favorite biome.
I think it's worth it for their other like strengths. Yeah.
Thing is, literally, one of my worlds might like never spawn ended up being a Basalt Delta, and it made it really hard to find my way back.
Yeah, you know what's weird? So I was just thinking about this like recently. So you know how there was no Birch Forest update for the wild update?
God, yeah.
Yeah. So I was just thinking, why weren't they able to just update the forest alongside all the other things? But in the Nether update, the only reason that the Basalt Delta was added is because they promised another biome to be added. They promised I think 3, and they only had 2 at the moment. So they literally from scratch made their own biome and worked 2 weeks basically.
Oh. That's
Interesting.
If the promise wasn't brought up, I don't think we would have actually had a basal delta. But we didn't get that same thing happening with the bridge force. So I was just really confused because they were able to pull it off on another update, but not for the wild update. So I
Yeah.
don't know. Seems a little strange to me.
Yeah, I don't know. Mojang, like, there's a lot of things that have been, like, going on, like, between, like, the updates and stuff. It's a complicated topic. I don't want to get into it now, but yeah, it's interesting you
That's
bring that up. Okay. Who wants to go next? Mine's almost done, so I might not go last. Might save the best for last, and I could go after the next one.
Corey.
Me?
No. Corey wanted to go last, right?
Yes.
Unless you want to go last. I don't mind. I don't mind what order we do it in.
I would go. Honestly, I would go before Mr. Matt, cause I'll let Mr. Matt be the save the best for last.
Oh, okay. I mean, that makes sense, kind of. But yeah, I mean, time's ticking. We got 88 minutes till Secret Lab now, so let's get it moving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
I guess I'll go then.
Go on.
I'm
You want to
excited.
screen share,
Okay.
or you just post stuff in the thread? Up to you. Oh yeah, Contra. When are you gonna
I
go?
didn't really make a.
oh yeah, Contra needs to go. What if we do Contra now? We do both of the end updates
Yeah,
out
that
of
would
the
make
way,
sense.
and then
Contra,
we
do you want to go
stuff.
next? Sorry.
Yeah,
I know this is a
that
bit all over the
makes
place.
Yeah. I forgot Contra was here, honestly.
Same. I have video ready. Oh yeah, Contra DM'd me a video.
Ooh, okay.
He has a video.
Yeah, okay, so let me actually do this one, guys. If you just all watch the stream, right? Contra, could I just share the video in the update thread? Because then they can watch it without having to listen to my voice and all that. Just put it here. Alright, Contra. Alright, Contra made a video, and I'm just gonna watch it on the stream. You can. It's only 2 minutes. If you want to just watch it together.
Here is my wonderful update idea for Mr. Matt's event.
Okay, then.
Have you ever thought the end is boring compared to every other dimension in the game?
What the hell?
Would you like to
The hell
turn
is
the end
that?
that we have today that is just empty into something new?
It's they've got a text-to-speech. That's quite funny.
If we
Yeah.
compare the end to every other
I think I've seen this
dimension
end
in
mod before.
Minecraft, we can see that unlike the other dimensions, the end is unbelievably empty and barely has anything
really
to
nice
explore,
screenshot of the
least
overworld.
amount of mobs and just lacks enough content in general. Why make these changes? Firstly, the ending is the most empty and most boring dimension in the game. There just isn't enough mobs, biomes or really anything in the end. There are mainly 2 things you ever would do in the end at the current moment. Even before the Nether update in 1.16 I found the end way more boring. Also it really isn't fun exploring the end. The only thing you expect to find is an end city but they are incredibly rare.
Halfway
This
through,
could
no
also
features.
add more content for endgame
So,
players.
The end's
Like
empty.
building
This is
blocks,
only taking
new items or
a
new
while.
mobs are always a nice thing to have, and if biomes were to be added in the end it would give more
Yes,
reason to
so.
explore the end. What could we add? New mobs could be added because at the current moment there are only 2 mobs in the
What
that
is this
spawn
text to
naturally
speech?
if you exclude the Ender Dragon. New biomes in the end should be added because at the current moment there are no biomes in the end, and I feel like new biomes in the end would really
Yeah,
give the end more life than it
It's
currently
just
has.
fucking hilarious.
New blocks would be amazing because at the current moment the end lacks different blocks. The lack of blocks in the end also
Nice.
means that there are like maximum of 4 colors that exists in the end pre-generated. Also builders would be happy.
I can't
New
take this
items
seriously
would
with
be
the
cool.
text to speech.
Maybe
Right,
something
like,
a
bro.
mirror or something like new food stores.
Oh my god, it's so
Anyways,
funny.
The
It's kind of the
presentation
same
was
stuff
very
that,
rushed because I
Crystal
changed subject
showed
like
us.
yesterday
Okay.
night.
To be fair, Contra said that they didn't think it was very good because they changed their idea like
Yeah.
last night and they rushed it, but that was good. It just didn't get any specifics.
Yeah, that's the thing.
There's just no specifics. It was just the
Yeah.
most generic. Well, go add new stuff to the end. What new stuff? What new mobs? What new blocks? I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I feel like Supercell did the same thing but better. I'm sorry, but all right.
Yeah. Honestly, contribution should have stuck to the original idea.
Paul, you should go
Alright,
now.
Yeah,
Do you
Okay.
and then me and then Corey, or Corey then me. Yeah, let's get it.
Anyone like who has like more concepts done and who wants to go next, then yeah, it'll either be you or Corey next. So anyways,
Nice.
I'm gonna see if I wait. Can I create a thread within a thread? But let me see. Can I do that?
Probably.
I cannot.
I don't think you can make a thread within the thread.
No. You can just post in the thread. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm just gonna create one here for the images specifically.
All right.
Okay. Create a thread. So, the Minecraft Deserts and Terrors update.
Here we go.
Okay, I'm gonna.
This one's exciting.
So, first of all,
I'm excited for this. It's gonna be something different. I already know it.
you know, we would have. Wait, I just realized I can't post images in the thread for some reason.
What?
What the
Oh,
fuck?
weird.
What?
This one then.
Sorry, dude. Just
It was
use what's already
literally
there. Be
That was
quicker.
weird as hell. I'm just gonna use the one that already exists. Okay.
That might be a perm thing, which would take me forever to look into.
Let me see.
Oh, look, it's
Oh,
plebeian.
who joined?
Okay.
Guys, there's a pleb among us.
Oh, god damn it.
If you don't need to screen share, we could go back to the aquarium, because I haven't changed the permissions for this channel, so anyone can join.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We can't have any plebeians in here. How you doing, dude?
Okay, I'm just gonna go on to my presentation now.
We're doing a funny stream.
Let me. Okay, can I copy this image? I'd like to copy the image. Please, Google Docs. Why are you making this fucking hell?
Oh, you can't copy images from Google Docs. It's so annoying.
Hmm.
Trust me, I
Damn
tried.
it.
many
I'm just gonna
times.
take a screenshot of it. Hold on, I
You're
don't think I actually
fantastic.
saved the image I put in here. I should have prepared better.
Like me.
Oh wait, we're on stream?
Yeah, we're live.
no.
What do you think we're doing here?
Why are you even doing it here?
Okay.
Oh, I didn't update my status,
Wondering
did
what
I?
you're doing.
Oh.
No, you did. That's my bad.
No, your status says streams. Is streaming create your own Minecraft updates?
Alright.
I thought it would have been like an
Okay.
aquarium or something. I thought you guys were testing out.
Okay, I
like,
took a
testing-
screenshot with Bandicam. Okay.
Well, okay, I'm just
Balloons
gonna
here, by
leave.
the
Well,
way.
the first thing-
Not voice chat, but...
Can I
See you
talk?
later.
I like to talk, please.
Alright, what's
Okay.
happening?
The first thing that I would add is a new ore called Sapphire.
Ooh.
So I wrote down a lot of stuff here to actually like explain it here. So 1.17 added in a new overworld ore, the first since Minecraft 1.0, copper. However, there's a problem. It's absolutely useless, kind of like you. You can use for blocks, a lightning rod, a thing I actually forgot about, and a spyglass. That's it. No tools, no armor, none of that. That's very disappointing and underwhelming after getting Neverite in a previous update. And especially since it's so fucking common. Anyways, here's where sapphire is supposed to be found and what it can be crafted with. Oh yeah, it can also be only mined with a Neverite pickaxe, by the way. So anyways, for specifications, it would be found commonly in the desert biome, the soul biome, which is a new thing I'll explain later, and the mesa biome. It's rarely found in literally every other biome. It can be used for a sapphire sword, a sapphire pickaxe, a sapphire scythe, a new tool, a sapphire helmet, a sapphire chestplate, sapphire knee protection things, I don't know what they're called, and an elytra upgrade. And I'm pretty sure I did actually make an image for a sapphire sword, but nothing else, because I kind of had to rush this. Yep, I did. So, the sapphire sword, I kind of rushed this because I'm terrible at pixel art. So anyways, sapphire sword description. The sapphire sword is not a normal sword. It is a sword that isn't really damaged when you fight regular mobs, but it will be damaged when you fight the Soul Keeper. It will require 4 sapphire and 1 ingot to craft. I'm gonna post the crafting recipe here. Again, I'm not a pixel artist. The sapphire sword is typically used for fighting the Soul Keeper, but we're gonna talk about him later. This is a damn expensive sword by itself, so that's why it should be a new advancement called Sapphire Knight. I just think it would be kind of cool.
I just think it's
I
neat.
don't remember asking for your fucking opinion.
Okay, jeez. Okay. Alright.
You should post into that microphone.
Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway, as for our new biomes, let's take a look at the Desert 2.0. But real quick, I need to clean my glasses because they are filthy. Okay. Desert 2.0. For the most part, deserts would remain the same. I mean, they're deserts. I don't really know what you'd expect. But of course, they would have trees every now and then, because that is actually kind of common. But it's still remain the same for a good amount of it. Well, there would now remove the desert wells because they're literally useless. I don't know why they were ever added. I'd also add in new desert traps here and there. So finishing up structures, I'd 100% revamp the desert temples. See, after 10 years, they're just so predictable. Like, when you find one, you're just like, oh hey, I just kind of gotta go in here. I'll just kind of avoid that pressure plate, mine it up, and get all the loot. That's kind of it now. Like, they're just too predictable after all this time. So that's why there would be variants of it. It will not be the same each time. I'm going to take a picture of the first one here because it really sucks that you can't copy and paste things from Google Docs. Okay, here's the first trap. If it would load. There we go. So the 3 traps in Revamped Temple have all kind of a cone-shaped entrance with a tube letting the player fall down. That way, players won't really know what they're expecting until they actually jump in. So I got a few, it's just kind of a bit rough, but you get the general idea. The players run through the cone at the top, fall through this weird tube thing, before falling into the lava, which has signs beneath it, so that way you'll be fine. And then you might land on a pressure plate if you end up not going to the sides to land in water. If you don't have a totem, you're fucked. That's because I want this to be not so predictable as it usually is. Anyway, I'm gonna take a picture of the second trap real quick. It's a bit more complicated. Though it isn't as, like, trapped as the last one, so there's that. Okay. So again, player enters through the cone before falling into just a simply flooded area, which I think would make sense for something so old. The player will go into a neighboring room, which will have a chest with loot. However, there's a lever that, when pulled, releases TNT, but in game would be labeled as drain the area. Because the player might think, oh wait, there might be something like beneath the floor, even though there isn't. This would just release the TNT, and again, if there's no totem, they're kind of fucked. But since there's water, the loot will probably be fine. And the third trap, also the biggest, and also the least trapped, actually. Now, I'm not sure if I actually got the upgrade temple itself down, because I just kind of ran out of time, but still. Again, player goes through the tube before falling into some water.
Wow.
There'll be 2 rooms that they can go into. The one on the left will have an incomplete wither, with the third head just sitting on the floor. This is an optional summon. On the right, there's a chest with loot. It's a trap chest, though, or something, so it'll when it's open, the skeletons will be released. But, yeah, you'll probably be fine. I find it funny that I made the biggest one the least dangerous. I'm pretty sure I made a concept for a proper one, but I think I just kind of ran out of time. So anyways, now on to the Mesa 2.0. I'm just going to see if I have an image for this. Yes, I do. Desert 2.0 biome, this would also not have many changes. I like Mesas the way they are. However, it would add in something called Mega Mine Shafts, which add in big underground holes with mine shaft equipment. And these mines would be crystallized gold, which is something I got from Roblox Islands because I love that game to death. This is the second overworld ore. This won't really be used to make weapons and armor, however. It would rather be used to upgrade your tools from iron and onwards. It can be applied to armor as well. In these Mega Mine Shafts, the Rascal from 2022 mob vote would return because it's what I voted for and wanted to win. And plus, I think it would actually suit the Megamind shafts very well. Anyway, as for whatever loot he would have given you if he actually won the mob vote, that would stay the same. But he'd also have a chance of giving you crystallized gold or sapphire. Oh yeah, how could I forget? See, this, let's see, I'm just gonna see if I can copy and paste this image here. Apart from the Megamind shafts, this would also add in Mesa villages, which I made literally like 30 minutes before the stream started. Of course, there's not really much to build out of, so I just kind of had some blocks and slapped them together to make a basic hut. And I also, see, I want to make more buildings, but I kind of ran out of time. So the only other building I actually made a concept for was the toolsmith. See, out in the mesas, I'm pretty sure gold is a lot more common, so that would be end up the tools used more often. So there's some gold propped up there.
Alright.
Yeah, that's kind of all I really had time to make, though, for these upgrade mesa villages. I would have done more if I had more time.
Okay.
And
So is
finally,
that everything? Oh, here we go.
No, there's more. Okay, so this called the Desert and Terrors update, right? So, Desert and Terrors. The main deal of this update is the Soul biome. To start, it'll be entirely surrounded by either Desert 2.0 or the Mesa 2.0. Wait, do I have the image here? Yeah, I have it right here. I can just copy and paste that in. So, there's the Soul biome, and it'll be surrounded by either the Desert 2.0 or the Mesa 2.0. It'll give you a reason to actually, like, look for it. The biome itself would have a 5% chance of a gas spawning in every 30 seconds, though. Otherwise, this biome wouldn't really have that much life. Instead of normal grass, by the way, it would have dead grass. I'm just gonna send this in real quick. It kind of looks like the swamp grass, but oh well. It would not have the normal grass noise, keep that in mind. It would rather have a crunchy noise. Throughout this biome, there will also be, the typical, like, bone things that you'd find in the sand valleys in the Nether. I put some like blocks there as like placeholders, but yes, that would be a dried out bone thing. I'm not quite sure what it would be to be honest, but After exploring near the center of the biome, you'll find the graveyard, where he lives. Who is he, you ask? Find out who it is once you step on that pressure plate there. At an actual proper boss, the first instance 1.4 will generate. Yes, the Soul Keeper. I'm just gonna paste his design in here.
The Keeper of Super Soul. Whoa. Dude, you've gone all out for this.
The Soul
Holy
Keeper.
crap.
Yeah.
You might trust I did. I have like 10 pages of content.
Oh my god. Alright, just keep going.
I didn't really get the proper attacks from him in time, but all I really know is that it would have to do with that axe. He would be a proper boss, unlike the Warden. He'd have an axe with some red on it, presumably from adventurers trying to conquer the ancient gold from the past. Once this deity is defeated, he will have 2 drops, 100% guaranteed every time he dies. There will be his axe, if I can get that in here. The Soul Keeper's axe, just kind of made that last second, if I have to be honest.
A personified wall.
And also his cloak.
Okay.
Now, to fight this thing, you'll actually need either a diamond or sapphire sword. I recommend sapphire. The axe would be the strongest tool in the game, but it's going to be hard to get nonetheless. That's why defeating him would also just be an achievement. So a cloak is not an item that you can wear, but rather an item that you have as a memoir of the entire experience. Just to show that, hey, I beat this really hard boss. Fight me. And that's kind of all I really got down, but this is what I think of as the ideal desert update.
Wow.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right.
And
Well
there's
done.
one thing
Where
I
are
have
we?
in mind. Who wants to start?
Hang on. Oh my god, there's so much to talk about this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of your ideas I thought didn't really make the most sense, but some of them were just absolutely amazing. Like, remind me, so the sapphire sword, what makes it unique? Like, why sapphire? I forget.
See,
the-
I figured, like, we would need a new, like, overworld ore that made sense.
Uh-huh.
Like, so I figured it would make sense, I guess. I'm not really sure why I thought sapphire, but I just figured it would probably work the best.
Okay, you talked about copper being useless. I feel like the best route to go about this would be to make
I'm still
copper
talking, Super
useful instead of...
Yeah.
Oh, what? Oh.
I'm kind of still talking.
Oh no, you paused for like 5 seconds.
So, like,
I
what?
paused a lot, I apologize.
So, you can use the sapphire sword to defeat the Soul Keeper, but nothing else? Like, it doesn't...
Well, yeah, it's kind of the main deal about it, really. It's more of a lore thing, if anything, but again, this is just kind of a concept that I kind of just... Fraudulent, it's not useless if it's used to defeat a boss. It's really not useless, then.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you got this new boss in this new biome, which spawns ghasts in the overworld.
Yeah, this is the only biome where that would happen, by the way. And plus,
Yeah.
it's only a 5% chance every 30 seconds, but that would probably have to be much less.
So it's like a Soul Sand Valley in the overworld. Is there any, like, nether portal in it? Like, okay, I guess you can get ruin portals in it, but anyways.
Yeah, Ruin Nether portals are kind of always going to spawn.
Yeah, and then, of course, you got the various, like, traps for the desert temple, right? And the variety of traps. I like that. I saw IBX Toycat talk about a similar thing one time. Desert temples need a rework to just have variants like bastions, so there's like different types of traps.
Yeah.
So it's not just the same old thing.
Contra, I'd just like to say, copper is really common. That would just make getting to the boss like just way too quick. That's why you need sapphire, which would be much rarer.
Yeah.
And plus, it doesn't even have to be just limited to fighting the Soul Keeper. It can be other things, really.
Interesting.
Yeah, but it feels a bit... how can I put this? It feels a bit weird to, like, just add, like, you know... And I feel like we already have enough ores in the overworld. I feel like the problem isn't that copper is, like... You don't have to make copper, like, be useful for, like, fighting the boss or anything. Like, I just feel like...
It's too common.
Yeah, okay, but it doesn't mean you have to use copper to fight the boss. Just because it's a new ore doesn't mean it has to be really strong, right? So
I think that's just a separate thing. But yeah, introducing a new ore is a big deal, and Mojang didn't really recognize that with copper, so now we have loads of this ore that I basically use for building blocks and nothing else.
Yep.
And then there's the new village house thing in the, is it the Badlands? I like those. I think a village that uses like dark oak wood or some other type of wood which you haven't seen, it would be really cool. But this one's got like clay implemented. That was a lot, but that was very interesting.
Can I say something else?
Go on.
So the Soul Keeper, you said you can only fight him if you have a diamond sword or better, right?
Yeah, diamond sword or better.
I don't think that's... I don't really like that. I feel like you should be able to fight a boss
Victor, explain why you can't buy diamonds from a fucking wooden pickaxe.
Hey, what? I mean... Look, if you want to go beat the boss with a wooden pickaxe, like, that's on you.
It should be possible, just does less damage. I mean, you can beat the
It
Ender
feels
Dragon with your
weird to
fist.
just, oh, you don't have... in Minecraft, it feels weird to say, oh, you don't have this, so you can't, like, fight this enemy, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know if anything else to say about this. Yeah.
Crunchy grass. It's basically the same. Dead grass would already make a crunchy noise, so I don't really know what you're going on about.
Crunchy grass. Crunch, crunch.
Like you're...
Alright, guys, we need to get things moving on. So if we're all good, let's move on to the next update idea. Who's next? Keep all these in mind. Is it me or Corey next? Corey, do you want to go last?
Corey.
Or...
I could go next.
All right,
think.
Corey, and then me, and then we're gonna do the vote, everyone. So yeah, stay tuned. The vote is coming, and remember the options. We'll do a recap.
I'm
Alright,
really
just for,
excited.
just for some context, I kind of built my entire slide presentation as if it was a Minecraft update article. So you're not reading concept as if somebody was
Ooh.
explaining it to you. You're reading it as if it was a update that actually already was released, and you're just reading the update log basically. I felt like it was just easier to put groundwork as in with the idea that it's already in the game, so it has to work. So I needed to. It kind of changed the way I had to think about things. So I'm actually, let me get my slideshow presentation set up real quick.
Fortnite
we're
update
going.
look real. Nice.
All right, so I'm going to be screen sharing so the entire world can see. If Discord lets me.
Come on, screen share.
Okay, so if I leave by any chance, it's probably because Discord crashed showing me screen sharing.
Crikey.
'Cause
Alright.
that just happens every now and then. Alrighty. How's everything looking?
Not loading on my end.
It's buffering.
Oh, it's good.
Awesome.
Okay.
So this is
This is a warded related.
Darkness Awakens. This is basically in addition to what could have been more of the Deep Dark, and also a couple other things that we're gonna see soon. So features, well, first of all, before I get to that, this is just what would be in articles. If you want to know what I'm referencing real quick, I will actually put in a new tab real quick. That was not a new tab. Here I'm basically referring to like articles like the 1.18 update, how it usually has text, features, and goes down the line of everything. I actually have a few pictures, not really pictures, because I wanted to really focus on the structure of this quote-unquote update that happened. So yeah. So Minecraft Java Edition 1.2.1. It's obviously not going to be this, but let's just pretend it is. So this update was long awaited and finally time to unleash darkness. The darkness has been captured for so long and has been unleashed all over the Minecraft universe. What new sets of deep slate items and for the nether, along with new blocks. The Minecraft world have never been so dark before. What's that sound? Do you hear that? So, features. Oh, interesting. Did I mess that up actually? Oh, fine. Alright, so features, a new biome type for biomes. We have the new Deep Dark Patch biome, added the Frozen Meadow biome, added the Frozen Wasteland biome, Icy Glacier biome, new mobs, the Lurker, the Skulk Golem, the Skulk Vibrazzi, the Skulk Jaw, which is a block, and added a new Frozen Wood type. I'll get into that soon. And this added uses for the fletching table finally, which has not actually had a use. So basically you craft a new type of arrow, basically, or more than one. You can create a bunch of types of new arrows for your bow and crossbow, and also this changes the way fireworks are crafted, that firework stars can no longer be crafted from the crafting table but actually done on the fletching table. This ties into using fireworks or crossbows, and I also think it actually fixes a little crafting issue that I've personally see that is a problem. Same thing with banners, but I didn't really touch onto that because I wasn't. It's really difficult with that, but I already have to loom, so that really solved that issue anyways. Added a new firework star called the Echo Firework Star. Basically, instead of showing a cool little particle effect, it does a lot more different things, including visual effects, and also it could be putting status effects on mobs and players around you, including changing vision, doing warping the world a little bit, and stuff like that. Added copper button and copper pressure plate. Basically, they work like normal Minecraft buttons. I'll get into that later. Added iron candle holder, gold candle holder. The one that's covered up is the copper candle holder. Actually, that is I don't know, what is that one? Okay, I'll fight for that later. Sorry about that. Second page of features, added the copper candle holder, which is it's just candle holders basically can just, it's a little kind of decorative holder that's basically just holds a candle. Added new types of bars, including copper bars and also gold bars, and a new chain, which is the gold chain. There's also a new block called the chilled lodestone and also dry ice. Dry ice is a very specific block. We'll get into that later. Finally, I'm thinking chainmail is just an armor set that's just a novelty within the game just because it's been there and it hasn't really been touched up. So I added a recipe for the chainmail armor set and also added recipe for chainmail gold, which is going to be a new type of chainmail armor, mostly found in the Nether where piglins live. I was upset about the copper gold horns not making it to the final cut of the caves and cliffs, so I decided to add them back here myself because they were such a great concept where you can look in all directions and have different sounds, and you can play them along with other players to kind of like put together a song, which it was absolutely amazing. Added a blackstone cleaver, which is going to be a replacement to the Wither Skull's stone sword. Blackstone is found naturally in the Nether, so it just makes sense for them to have their own designated weapon. This also will explain the wither effect that you get. Possessing a blackstone cleaver to do damage to other mobs and players will deal the wither effect for up to 2 seconds. Added new music, which is the music disc 12, custom made by me. So Minecraft furnaces, they were kind of just like unofficially discontinued in Minecraft, despite them still getting changes here to there just to stability support basically. And I was thinking, why don't we go back to the furnace minecart? It's such a simple thing that could be used for late game and early game players, especially if you can't get the resources to create powered rails. I was thinking, why can't we just not, why do we have to discontinue it? So the minecart furnace has been upgraded to now push minecarts with a faster speed than power rails, but you can only push up to 3 minecarts. So once you start going past 3 minecarts, that definitely starts to slow down drastically. If you are looking to create transportation systems that require power rails to create stop and start systems, that would obviously require the powered rails, as the furnace literally just goes as long as it has fuel. There's going to be a new Darkness Awakened panorama picture basically for the background, just as new updates. Added native support for controllers. This is a huge thing. Java Edition is way more highly capable of using controllers, but just doesn't really have that support. So I was just like, why don't we just have that added in? It's technically already there, doable with mobs with like fabric and stuff. So why can't we just have it in the game? And along with that is the ability to keybind those controller buttons. Something that I really liked, added void fog, is when you're near the bedrock level, basically there was this really dark fog that came up, or particles that rise from the bedrock, and I was thinking, why can't we add that back? So void fog is when you are at Y level. It says 59, it's supposed to be negative 59 or lower, and this can be disabled in video settings or done by a game rule for servers who want it or not. And a new biome generation type. So this biome generation type is called the island. Basically it can be an actual island, or it could just, basically what it means is that it's a biome that has to generate, it can generate in another, like normal, but it has to be surrounded by another type of biome. So my example was a new biome that we have in Thing. You'll see that later. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. I am, because I put a little bit of time into this just to try to make it work. Any questions? So just want to put that out there.
So far, I'm loving this.
This is just finish. I'll ask questions afterwards. I don't think I have anything right now.
So we're gonna be going past features. The first one first, before we get to anything, we have advancements, because I was just like, every update needs to have advancements. So we added the memories advancement for finding a lurker in a deep dark patch biome. We'll get to the lurker later. Added riskiest business for trading with a villager in a deep dark patch biome, because you know that's kind of risky.
That's brilliant.
Added the cool dimensions achievement for finding a frozen wasteland biome. I'll get into that later. That's a very specific biome. Added sneak attack for using all 6 mob heads to play their sounds at the same time, which is basically 1.20 with the new mob heads that can play sounds. I was just like, well, they're not gonna have an achievement for that. I might as well, because it sounds silly. Added cheap rich for putting on a piece of gold chain armor, you know, because it's not solid gold, it's just chained up, you know, cheap rich. Added the achievement depth for interrupting an AI by piglet chasing you using gold bars. And added the Minecraft iceberg for finding a glacier biome. And let's start into the features. So we have a bunch of blocks. So the copper button is like all buttons, but instead of activating for only 10 to 15 ticks, this one only activates for 5 ticks, compared to wooden buttons which is 15 and stone buttons which is 5 ticks. The copper pressure plate acts the same as a weighted pressure plate, specifically the gold one, but can only be activated by players or entities, so items dropped on this copper pressure plate will not be weighed. Which should be definitely useful for mob sorting systems and stuff like that. It's very specific, but it gets the job done. Of course, can be used like normal. The iron candle holder, gold candle holder, and copper candle holder, they're literally just decorative little blocks that you can put candles on, just like putting a candle on a cake, but it can go into like this little holder instead of just being put on the block, because I just felt like it was unrealistic. Nobody sticks a candle onto their table and just lights it like that. It usually has like some sort of holder, so I was just like, you know, might as well. Gold bars, basically, iron bars, copper bars, they're not like the actual bar, it's the cage bar. And this is a new block, the Skulk Jaw. So this was actually teased in Minecraft for the Caves and Cliffs update. It wasn't officially said, but it was shown in a lot of videos and screenshots of development. And it was basically little teeth that come out of the skulk. And they're supposed to, I'm not sure what they were supposed to do actually. I was trying to do research on this. There wasn't too much information on it, but what I basically did is that there's little teeth that come up to bite you, giving you a slowness effect from 2 to 6 seconds and a sense of vibration signal. So basically stepping on these would be not too fun. And unlike the skulk sensors, which you can clearly see around you, these are going to be embedded in skulk, and you also kind of sink it down into it. And there's of course a new wood set of frozen colorless wood. Don't really know what wood it is because it's just frozen, but that's basically what it is. And the gold chain, and this one is a really interesting one, the chilled lodestone. So it basically acts as a lodestone, but it's found in frozen biomes such as the glacier and the frozen meadow. These lodestones basically act as a normal lodestone, but it has a weaker signal. And the special thing about this is, unlike a normal lodestone, which you can only put one compass to, you can actually link one compass to multiple chilled lodestones, and it will only send a pool. It will only point you towards the closest one, which would be really good for having bases that are all around the world. Maybe you need to get home and collect resources, but you don't want to go to your main base, so you can just pull out your compass and go to the closest base that you have linked to that compass. That's my idea basically to it, because I have the same issue where I have probably multiple bases around my world, and I know the location of one of them, but I'm not too sure where another one is. So I think it would be handy just to have a compass that can all in one point you to the closest base, or closest to anything really. So the frozen meadow, it's quite simple. It's literally just an icy meadow that's ice over, filled with little life, and it's home to powdered snow and dry ice patches, which is found in spots of puzzle. And next one is the Deep Dark Paths biome. It's basically a tunnel type biome, which is found at the Deep Dark, which is completely darked over. So it basically has a more darker hue in this saturation in this biome. Basically, everything kind of becomes a little less colored, and putting a torch down will emit less light than it would normally. And this, tunnels of skulk. The Icy Glacier is a new home for polar bears, because I felt like polar bears were kind of just on land out of ice, so I decided to kind of give them a little glacier to be on, because that's what they kind of actually live on. It's part of the new biome type island. This basically needs to be surrounded by an ocean by all sides, and it's kind of hilled on the top, and underneath it kind of acts as a glacier, like a little iceberg kind of. Actually, it kind of just goes really deep on the ground, filled with packed ice and blue ice. So if you are looking for high abundance of those items, this would be the place to find. Also, the one thing I want to note is that fishing here, you're more likely to actually catch fish instead of treasure loot items, which will probably be better if you're trying to make an efficient farm for catching specifically fish and not treasure. The next biome, which is probably a really interesting one, it took me a lot of thought to actually get this down. It's basically a new frozen biome for the most hottest place in Minecraft, the Nether. It's going to be part of the new island biome type, basically, which means it must be surrounded by a basalt delta on all sides. Coolest thing about the basalt delta is it literally is a more cooler biome in the Nether, as a lot of the lava has frozen into basalt, which is basically cooled lava. Only strays spawn in this biome, and it's the home. It's basically the official home to the new block, the dry ice. It's basically an ice block that doesn't contain any water. It's filled with carbon, or whatever gas is in the Nether. And it's a falling block actually that dissolves when touching water. And once stepping on it, it will start to freeze unless you're wearing a piece of leather armor. Same thing as powdered snow. The Skulk Golem. This is also another mob that I was kind of going back and forth if I really should add. So it has 50 hearts. It's basically a twisted version of the Iron Golem, completely taken over by Skull. It is otherwise neutral unless provoked. And basically, this is where you will officially get your Echo Shards, because they're shiny shards that stick out of its body and it drops 0 to 2 Echo Shards when killed. And will become hostile towards any player that mines, that destroys Skulk basically, or attacks any mob under there. So it's basically a golem protecting the hostile, not you, specifically the Skulk, and cannot be built by a player because this is kind of just a naturally spawning mob. The Lurker. So this has 150 health points. It's a slender and tall hostile mob that is almost silent. It sneaks around nearby the player while the player sneaks around the deep dark paths in search of treasure. It quickly hides away when you're able to look, if you look at it basically. And if it's unable to hide away really quickly, it will just stare you down. And it would not move if it would not move if you're looking at it unless direction. I can't read. I'm sorry. Well, basically, what I'm trying to say, if you're looking at it, it will actually not move, but if you look away, it will slowly sneak towards you to make its attack. It's a hunting mob.
That sounds terrifying.
Basically, but it actually slowly moves towards you, and you can actually see it move if you change your where you're looking, like your camera view. So it literally just slowly sneaks up on you. It will still sneak up on you if you're looking at it in its direction, but they're solid blocks, unless those blocks are transparent, like glass leaves and any other block that's not fully solid. And it has no drop, and it basically has the same amount of health as a warning. I forgot to change that because I did lower its health point, but it's really just supposed to be like a mob that goes side by side with the warning, but not directly. It's basically this Skulk. I can't pronounce this word still. I didn't want to use the word tentacle, okay? It sounds weird. And I was just like, so these are basically Skulk hairs that come out of the Skulk, and they kind of reach back and forth, and they try to fear you out. So
they try what?
What happened?
They try and feel you out.
Yeah.
Just call them tentacles, my guy.
Well, no, because there is I actually found this word. It's basically long hair. It's basically whiskers.
Yeah, no, I see that. Go on. Don't let me interrupt.
So, basically, I felt whiskers because whiskers on a cat help them feel around what's around them as they hunt. Maybe they're in a thing, they can feel the vibrations from their whiskers on their face. So I was thinking, like, this is what the Skulk does. So why not have like little hairs that act as whiskers for the Skulk to try to sense players? And basically, if these things grab you, they will hold you until you start attacking it. It can literally just be your fists, and you have to just hit it a couple times so you can get it off you. And as it grabs you, it doesn't make any senses, but the moment you start attacking it, it will send a vibration signal to whatever is around it. The fletching table. This is something I was actually really excited about. It's a new way to craft arrows other than the normal type. So you will still be able to craft your normal types of arrows in your crafting table like normal, but there's a whole load of arrows you can craft from the fletching table, including copper tipped arrows, which is basically copper and gold. They do the same thing. It's just an extra type of arrow that deals a little more damage. An explosive arrow, it deals explosive damage without actually destroying things, which could be crafted with gunpowder. This one is another cool idea, the echo arrow. And basically, all nearby mobs will pin its main focus on the mob or player that was shot by this arrow. So let's say you're in a PvP battle with your friend in the middle of like a bunch of zombies and stuff. You can shoot an echo arrow at your friend, and all the mobs around it will lose focus on you and try to go to the player shot by the echo arrow, which I thought it was a really like interesting idea for a type of arrow, and just basically something plain and simple, another right arrow. It's way heavier than a normal arrow, so it cannot go as far, but it deals piercing damage, just like the piercing enchantment on a crossbow. It will go through all mobs until it hits a block, and it does not burn also, so you don't have to worry about that. You go like fetching it though. The Skulk Jaw is a block that when the player walks on it, teeth will come up. I kind of explained this in the features list. It sends vibration if you get poked by, and it's not a full block, so you kind of sink a little bit, just like soul sand or mud. The Echo Firework Star. So this was crafted in replacement to, not just a replacement, but just to be added alongside of the Firework Star. So instead of just the normal Firework Star, you putting patterns into it, the Echo Firework Star, you can put different effects into it. So you can do a warping effect, different, depends on the shape that you craft your Echo Shards and different things that you add onto it. Like you can add a Wither Rose to your Echo Shard, so when it hits something, it creates a warping wither effect that's around the area. And they can also be lighting. There's lighting effects that happen because there is a bunch of weird lighting of things that happen if you change the lighting past its slider. I don't know if you've seen those videos on YouTube. So I was thinking, why can't we make those sorts of things like kind of built into the game as like a certain feature that can throw off players? Some stars do explode, just like a normal firework does, but although some of them doesn't, and it's just purely for effects or just to distract. Frozen wood. This is a new wood type that can be found in the frozen meadow biome or the glacier biome under its layers of snow. It's this is just a concept that I have from another mod that I was working on that I kind of just scrapped this idea. It's basically a frozen over wood type that's supposed to just be a new way to build with ice, because there's so much ice like builds that I've seen online, but they use modded resources like just to get more shapes. So I was thinking having a wood type based on ice would allow people to build more creative things using ice. So you can get stairs, you can get doors, fences, and buttons. Same thing. It's basically a wood type, but that's supposed to fit in with the ice theme that people have. And this is disc 12. It's crafted from 9 disc fragments found in the deep dark in the frozen wasteland. And crafting this, it's basically a new disc fragment that will craft this new disc. So I actually could, it's 2 minutes long. Interesting. Do we have 2 minutes? Yes, we do. All right, let's play it. So you guys can listen.
Wait, you actually composed a music disc?
It's basically edits of C4 from Minecraft Music Works, and also some sound effects that were from in-game.
I'm pausing the stream music. Play it.
All right, let's do it.
Oh my god. Right.
Hold down piano. You know.
I'm just turning it up for the stream.
And that was basically it.
That's everything. That's a whole update. Wow.
Well, actually, yeah,
my.
that's it. Wow.
Dude, that was so much.
Oh.
I thought Poor had a content heavy one. Holy crap.
The thing is, there's lots of things, but it's a lot of little things that feel like they belong to Minecraft because it's already connected to like pre-existing items, mechanics, or like biomes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it just really like fits in. It feels like a Minecraft update.
Yeah, because, I mean, to be fair, I guess you could argue that it's, you know, it's kind of like 1.19. There's this weird disconnect between the frozen stuff and the deep dark stuff. And also, you know, a lot of just these, just small things that kind of add up into an update that might be too big for one update. But, like, these are amazing. I feel like the Lurker, for example, I think it doesn't need to be anywhere near as high health as the Warden. But I like how you've extended the Skulk into all these different forms, because they're all kind of just this one, you know, creature. The Skulk Golem thing. Giving the fletching table use is just like, you know, expanding inventory. That's an easy, you know, plus there. And I like the idea for different arrow types. That's another idea that I've had, but I'm not going to feature in my current update. You know, Void Fog, I actually like the meadow idea and the frozen wood. I don't know, there's a lot of cool stuff there, and it doesn't feel too disjointed or anything. That was quite, like, it feels like it was weighted and balanced right, you know. Well, oh, I have a question. What would be the crafting recipe for a chilled lodestone? How would you craft that?
Okay.
Someone pointed out
let me,
that unless it's cheaper, it's not really a great idea, because, it just saves inventory space with only one compass for multiple.
let's see. So I was thinking of having, because what is the lodestone recipe?
It's a netherite ingot with like
It's
black
chiseled
stone,
stone,
or
I
something.
believe, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, it's chiseled stone.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, chiseled with netherite. Yeah.
So, I was thinking just blue ice around with the netherite ingot in the center.
Interesting.
So it's not as
Netherite aside,
it's
that's easy to get. You just need to do a lot of
And-
mining.
It's basically the same.
I think it's just
like the same value as a normal one.
Yeah. Okay.
Because all you really need is blue ice, and that's created with a bunch of packed ice.
Certainly. All right, guys. Any other questions or comments about that update in particular?
I really appreciate like
update.
a lot of the like small stuff that you added, or like even like miscellaneous stuff like.
God, yeah, that was
control
so
support, for instance.
thoughtful. Like, you even thought about achievements. I didn't even think of that
Yeah.
until just now.
Me neither.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I've
I
had
didn't even think about
with
advancements that
achievements.
much.
What was also down here? Oh, this is plus the gold bars that I've didn't have showing up here, but that was basically it. I really wanted to bring out the concept of something more wild. So basically, Cliffs and Cliffs Part 4, or whatever you want to call it. But
I think we'll
like,
pass
was-
that now.
I think there was a lot of disconnects from a lot of the features I did add, but I also expanded on different things, like adding a recipe for chainmail. Basically, instead of having the full iron armor, you would have the ingot, like maybe 2 ingots in the center, and the rest would be nuggets. Same thing with gold. The only reason I didn't add any kind of copper kind of things with it, same thing like a copper chain, is because copper doesn't have an ingot form. So I was trying to keep that into account. And controller support, like I said, it's basic. It's there. It's already there. It has the structure, the foundation for it. It should be implemented, but it just really isn't.
Also using the fletching table to make like new crafting recipes, that was very smart.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do
because-
agree with Frog Balloon though. I don't think the name is quite right because it doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't. I feel like it's got the same problems the Wild update. It doesn't quite match. But when we vote, guys, you can base it on whatever criteria you want. It's just whatever one you think is the best. I'm gonna open a poll in chat soon, and just think about the title, the actual ideas, how it fits into the game, you know, just all of it. Control support would be sick. Also, I need to present before we end the stream. We've got about 30 minutes. Has anyone got anything else to say, or shall I round this off?
I would just like to point out, I think the title did not actually, it maybe doesn't fully portray how it's supposed to be, because I was trying to make the main focus a kind of expansion of the Deep Dark, adding the new Deep Dark's patch biome and this new mob that kind of seeks you out, and just adding basically a new disc and a use for finding echo shards, or a way to efficiently find it. Yeah, Matt was.
Yeah, so I wanted to present my own idea just because I want to contribute, but the YouTube poll limit is 4, and I don't want to include myself, so I feel like that would be unfair. I want to give one of you an opportunity to win. So guys, first of all, if you are enjoying this stream, leave a like, smash that bell, all that good stuff, check the links below, but also support these creators. They're all tagged below, they're on YouTube channels, and vote in chat now. There is a poll that is live. I want you to choose who you think had the best update concept. You had Supercell and Contra with their respective end updates. You had Paw with the desert, was it Deserts and Terror? And
Deserts and Terrors.
Deserts and Terrors, thank you. And Corey with the Darkness Awakens update. I will just screen share. Can I screen share Minecraft? I'll just full screen, I guess. Hopefully this works. If I go out of full screen, guys, can you see this? Is this working?
Let me see. Yeah, it's working.
On the screen share? Yeah. Alright, you got this? You ready?
Perfect. Yep, I see it.
Alright, so
Let's go.
this is my update idea. I've had a lot of ideas. I think there's a lot of good things discussed, some of which I've thought, some of which I haven't. But, phantoms. They kind of suck, don't they? It would be great if we could improve them a little bit. Alright, so this build here is basically, I'm going to try and just go over this comprehensively. This is all working, yeah. This is basically my idea for the High Skies update. Basically, it's a sky update. Now, it is partly inspired by the Ether, but it's not a new dimension. In certain biomes, probably only rarer biomes that don't have high terrain, probably Badlands, at very high up, at the Y level 200 or higher in the overworld, certain structures are going to generate, and these are going to be relating to the sky. So the first thing, ignore, I'm actually just using, you know, vanilla resources here, but basically there's going to be these clouds, right? These cloud blocks are going to be kind of somewhere between concrete and glass. They're going to be slightly transparent, and they're going to be, basically, you can walk through them. And if you crouch, you can stand on top of them. Maybe it could be like powdered snow where you need leather boots, maybe not. But basically, it'd be this new kind of cloud block. It would be mineable, and you could build with it. But things would be able to pass through it under normal circumstances. There's also going to be this new wood type. I don't have time to build it all, unfortunately, but basically, it's kind of like a tree. Imagine birch, but like completely like white, completely bleached white. And they would be pretty rare, but you'd be able to find saplings, grow them, make all the wood types, fences, planks, all that good stuff. And some of them would generate like this with a chest inside, which would spawn with some fairly OP loot. This is intended to be a post-end city kind of thing, because to effectively explore, you'd probably need an elytra. You could try and go without, but it would be very challenging. But yeah, you would get kind of, you know, diamond gear, enchanted diamond gear, not necessarily mending, but enchanted books, experience bottles, not chapels are possible. Phantom membrane, it's important. And also potions of slow falling. Now, potions of levitation aren't a thing. Maybe that could be a reward for defeating the final boss, who we'll talk about later. But yeah, potions of slow falling would be a thing. So here's a taste of what you'd get. You'd also have these like cloud block type things that would... Oh no, sorry. The cloud block is like only could you know? Yeah, sorry, I'm getting it all mixed up. I don't know what else I'd call it. Like cloud panes might be a thing, and you could dye them any color with dyes. And the idea is that you can pass through unless you're like crouching. So that could be useful for traps or like builds, probably most against mobs rather than players. But moving on, we've got the mobs, okay? So that's like the blocks. There'd also be a new type of block. It wouldn't be glowstone exactly. It would just be kind of a light-emitting block like the shroom lights in the nether, exclusive to this. Yeah, and you'd basically also be able to go through it. It would glow, kind of like a firefly, kind of like particle effect, I guess. It's hard to explain. Anyways, there would also be some hostile mobs that you'd have to fight to get to this amazing loot. We don't have shulkers here. Instead, we have something similar to a guardian. Imagine this, but it can fly. And it's clearly a golem. It's some kind of machine. It's like a kind of golem. You wouldn't be able to construct it. It'd be like a blaze. I think blazes are golems. That's a long story. I'm not worried about the lore here. But I'd probably call them like sentinels or something, since the term guardian is taken. And they'd basically like hover around, and they'd have something similar to the guardian laser and shoot at you. So you'd need ranged weapons to really get at them, or just be fast. Now, that's like just like a kind of like more like dense cloud, I guess, you could walk on, hence the blocks, as opposed to the regular clouds. Yeah, the regular clouds would be at a different Y level. I'd make sure that these wouldn't spawn the same thing. I think regular clouds are slightly below, it's like 150 or something. Anyway, so there'd be these like glass structures as well. It wouldn't actually be glass, it would be like these like dense cloud blocks that you could enter, and they would have different loot. Now, it wouldn't necessarily be an actual what do you call it, end chest. It would just be like a different loot table. So you could get general OP loot from here, and you wouldn't be able to get an elytra from here. I want to make that very clear, because that would break the game progression. But up here you could get some very exclusive items. We've got a new music disc. It's not Strat, just pretend it's a new music disc. I just think that's a neat idea. I think it'd be cool if they started introducing like new music discs, like in every update, like theme, because we got like one for the ancient city, you know, one for bastions. I think that'd be pretty cool. There'd probably be a couple variants of this, but it'd also be kind of vertical. Like, there wouldn't actually be a door. You would have to fly, or perhaps you know, climb. You could place blocks on these, you know. If I got let's take these bookshelves here. You could place blocks on these and they will still behave normally. So yeah, early game you could probably cheese it just by placing blocks on top to climb around, but you know, there's multiple ways of doing that. And you wouldn't necessarily have phantoms. There would be phantoms in these structures, but you would also have a living version of a phantom. Phantoms are really weird. They're undead creatures, but there's no non-undead variant of them. So I want you to imagine for a moment if there was a type of phantom that wasn't undead. If it's like, you know, it was like a scaly bird of prey kind of thing. I'm not exactly sure what I call it. Maybe bird of prey would do. But it wasn't undead, and these things would be like allays in pillager towers. They'd be caged. They would be like neutral. So like Enderman, they would attack you if you hit them, but they're also tameable. They're tameable. And what you would do to tame them is to basically, oh man, I forget the name. I came up with the name for an item. Was it like XP bottles or something? You basically feed them like golden apples or XP bottles or something. I don't think I actually had time to iron that out. But yeah, you'd feed them like this rare food type. And it'd be like, just like wolves, basically. There's a certain chance, and then after like 1 to 12 attempts, they love you, and then basically they're a flying wolf, okay? So they will attack mobs who you are like in combat with, that kind of thing. And as for these, the elytra isn't here. But what you do have is upgrades for the elytra. Now, imagine these are different items, okay? I had 3 ideas for upgrades to the elytra. One would be basically something to increase its durability. It'd be like scales. So you could add it and it would just increase its durability, you know, without necessarily having unbreaking or even mending. Mending books wouldn't be available here. I just picked mending because I wasn't sure. The feather, there'll be a type of upgrade which would be kind of like a feather. There'll be basically different kinds of scales that you could add to the elytra using the smithing table, right? So you'd have your elytra, and you put it in the smithing table, and you'd put the other item, what I would put it there, you'd have the elytra here and then the other item here, and it worked the same as upgrading the other items. It's an upgrade kind of thing. This would make the elytra lighter, so you could glide further. So you know how there's like a certain falling speed? Even if you perfectly angle your elytra, you fall at like a certain number of blocks down per number of blocks traveled. Yeah, basically it would lengthen how far you could glide without rockets. So hell yeah, saving on that gunpowder farm, because those are, you know, a bitch to get. And then this last one would essentially be a kind of grapple hook. It would only work if you're wearing your elytra. But you'd basically be able to extend like a lead type thing, like a rod that could pull you up somewhere high. None of these would change the amount of armor the elytra gives you, which is nothing, if I remember correctly. And, you know, you could still apply enchantments. It's kind of like with upgrading to netherite. I didn't make notes for this, so I'm forgetting the order of things. The snowball here represents something else. That would basically be, you know, I actually don't remember. Was that one of the upgrades? Oh man, I'm really sorry. I've actually forgot what I was doing. Ignore that. I'll come back to it if it's important. Okay. So you've got all of this, right? You've got your somewhat man-made structures, your somewhat natural-looking, like, cloud structures. Also, the Sentinel things would have spawners, just like dungeons. Whereas the Phantoms and their living counterparts, I'm going to call them the Birds of Prey, because I don't have a better name for them, they would just spawn, and...
Spinning.
Yeah, they wouldn't be in spawners. Also, these things would have roofs so that the phantoms don't burn if it's in daylight. Although you could use that to your advantage by breaking that and whatnot, but there's a whole risk of falling. That's a whole thing. It's basically like a sky area. The last thing would be not this. Imagine like a more grandiose temple made of this like darkened, like dense cloud block. That's what I'm going to call it. There'd be like this kind of floating temple, kind of like the desert temple in terms of size and loot. Again, it might have something like this. Again, this loot would, obviously, the probabilities will be pretty low. Certain things will be more common. You've got your new building blocks. You've got your new, like, items and even an exclusive music disc. But it would have one very special boss. Not the Evoker, but I've used him to represent the Illusioner. He's back, boys. The Illusioner is back in business. So the Illusioner would have an arrow. I could probably actually summon him, I think. Let me just try this. Because I believe, yes, you can. Basically... Get out of here. You would have the Illusioner. He'd be all on his own. And the idea is that he's kind of like an evoker. He's this powerful illager who's gone on his own, built his temple in the sky, and has control over the hostile mobs here. So, the Illusioner can project illusions of himself. If I go into survival here, I will fall to my doom. No, that's not the plan. I want to emphasize this is really high up, like out of render distance, normally. Towards build limit. Probably as high as you could reasonably get. But yeah, basically, he creates illusions and he has a bow. They're not appearing because I've made this platform too small. But yeah, and he would have pretty much, I'm gonna say, oh, there it is. He'd be about the same difficulty as an evoker in terms of health. And he would also be able to summon phantoms, which are like twisted versions of the Birds of Prey in there. So similar to the, you know, LA to the, what do you call it? The Vex. And if you, defeat him, again, this is where taming living phantoms would be useful, because like wolves, they would be able to hone on the real one rather than the illusion, even if you couldn't tell. And basically, once they're defeated, they will drop a brand new item, a unique item. So you got to imagine, it'd be kind of, you know, it'd be like this little temple. It'd be built with like this darkened cloud block. There would be like books, enchantment tables, lecterns, you know, like, you know, learned items. There might be like a diamond or an obsidian, like blocking against obsidian, similar to a mansion. But the one thing that's going to be unique is this, and it's basically going to be the Illusioner's mask. It's a helmet, which gives you the same protection as leather, so it's not very good in terms of armor. But what it will allow you to do is change your appearance. You'll be able to disguise yourself as any mob that you have killed, kind of like the morph mod. So you wear it, and then in your inventory, there might be a new menu where you can select a mob, and then you won't gain any kind of abilities or new, you know, effects of being a mob. You would just project an illusion of yourself as that mob. So that could be a zombie, which would then stop hostile mobs from attacking you. If you're a zombie or skeleton, you could just walk through caves, go mining. Wearing this, none of them would attack you because no one would see you as a player. Except for creepers, because creepers are weird and there's always an exception for them. No one knows why. You could pretend to be a piglin, and you wouldn't need to wear gold in the nether for them not to attack you. It could be used to actually project an illusion of yourself, like 5 times like the Illusioner. Or at the cost of just your helmet, really. Although, yeah, no, I think that's pretty much it. These aren't actually end rods. This would be, again, like, you know, the wood type. Maybe there you could add the like not glowstone to it to make a glowing version of like all the wood types of the white bleach wood. I'll just call it cloudwood, I guess. I think that's everything. I don't want to keep you guys time, so I'm gonna say that's everything. There would be achievements for obtaining the Illusioner's mask, and I think that's pretty, maybe taming this. Well, will that be added to like 2x2 and stuff, wouldn't it? Would they be breedable? I'm gonna say no. All right, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there. That's the High Skies update. There you go. I'll leave that there.
There's 14 votes.
All right. Any questions or comments about my update idea you guys want to make?
Very small questions. Would falling blocks like sand or gravel go through the clouds?
Ooh, that's a good question. I hadn't thought of that. I'm gonna say yes because I think
I
that would
expect
be.
that.
I think that would be very
Yeah.
interesting if they went through. So yeah, falling blocks would go through. The idea is that you come here with an elytra and you've got rockets and stuff, and you're able to kind of glide around. Again, these would be solid, so you'd be able to land on these, but obviously you'd be at risk of these things. They'd be flying around, they would be able to follow you, kind of like Guardians, but... Because Guardians are underwater, they can move kind of free. It'd be the same thing, but in the air, and they would have a different model. I don't know exactly. It would be, like, kind of similar, but different color scheme. Maybe, like, made with, maybe made with, like, this wood type thing. You wouldn't be able to build the golem, though, so it wouldn't matter. Yeah. If that's it, we can move on to the end of the stream, because we have a vote to finish. I'm not including mine, because A, I came up with this on the fly, I don't think it's very good, and B, I want to give someone else a chance to have the reward. But yeah, this could be developed more. I've got an idea for a
What's
sky.
the vote at? Because I can't see what the results are because I didn't vote for anything.
Alright, let's get on with this. So, that's all the presentations. Now that you guys have had a chance to look at everything, what do we think? The best update idea, 14 votes. It looks like we have a winner. I think I'm going to close it any moment now. Before I do, though, to give everyone a chance to vote and have a go at the question of the day. If you could come up with a Minecraft concept update idea, you know, what would you do? Put it in chat. Leave a like if you have enjoyed. Subscribe, ring the bell, share this with your friends. I really appreciate the support, the growth of this channel, guys. We've been getting about 10, 20, 30 new subscribers each month. It's been amazing to see. And I just want to give a shout out again to all of the talented people who joined us today to actually create these updates. You can meet them all on the Hydration Nation Discord server on there. They all have their own YouTube channels that are tagged below. And yeah, what is this? Oh, that's the actual file. But yeah, man, I don't think there's anything else to say. I just thought this was really interesting to kind of deep dive into Minecraft update ideas, because there's so much you could do with this game. You could do almost anything as long as it's, you know, somewhat justified within, like, the main game structure, and, like, there's a lot of things that have inspired us in recent updates even further. Like, I have a lot of raw ideas for the game that don't fit together into one update. Like, I think they should add a quiver, so you can have a separate slot for arrows, like the shield thing, and then have, like, the whole fletching table tie into that. But yeah, I think we have a winner, guys. I'm going to close the poll now, because we got to go, and I think everyone's voted. But yeah, DJ, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Duncan, go ahead, but be quick, because the QOTD thing will be closing soon. Duncan just DM me a Minecraft idea.
I figured I wouldn't win. Corey went all out, like, goddamn.
Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna be honest with you, Corey, what the actual hell? I thought Paul went high effort with this, but you had a straight up devlog, and you composed an entire, well, you didn't compose, but you, like, edited a whole music disc, and you all, like, there was just so many features now, that sounded huge, and, I don't know if it was the best thematically. I feel like it had some problems like Wild Update, but that would be a very good Minecraft update. I think that would be awesome. And I like the ideas of using things like the what do you call it? The echo shards. Also, yeah, guys, Corey wins, which means at some point in the future, sometime early next year, there's going to be an exclusive Minecraft challenge stream where Corey's going to join me, and we're going to do something inspired by the Darkness Awakens challenge. It's going to be very exciting. I switched the wrong voice chat. What the hell is happening? I went to the wrong VC.
With a special shout out to Winbug. Y'all know Winbug.
Fuck you, Winbug. Shout out to Winbug. What's going on?
So, Winbug came up with, helped me solidify some ideas, and also an idea like the Blackstone Cleaver was, all Winbug's idea, basically.
Oh, okay.
So I wanted to give a huge shout out to
Nice.
Winbug for helping me, you know, get this. I'm just gonna mention this. The only reason why it's so solid, because I literally had nothing to do yesterday, so I was all day, literally, trying to, like, do
That's
research
amazing,
on how to
dude.
make an update. So, maybe it was just because, you know, I had too much free time or whatnot, but you know, I didn't expect the window, to be honest.
Well,
I thought mine
you
was
earned
gonna
it.
be like,
Yeah, yours was amazing.
You absolutely earned it. I loved all of your ideas, to be honest. They were pretty cool. But yeah, Corey got the win. If you guys, I also think I'm gonna give the QOTD win to
honestly.
Duncan, because Duncan just DM'd me these images, which Duncan, if you want to go ahead and share on the Hydration Nation so everyone can see this in depth, go ahead and do that. Maybe you guys could, if you want to share more of your update stuff in general, you could go to like discussion one, hashtag Minecraft update concepts, and just like, you know, post it publicly there if you so wish, because I think that's excellent. Duncan basically just has these ideas for these new like strong mobs and some other changes, so I think I'm gonna give him the win. That's really cool. I love the effort. And yeah, who knows, maybe I will actually go to Minecraft suggestions and finally post an idea for an update. I kind of have, there's two sets of ideas. One of them is just content ideas and features, which is just kind of vague, and the other is like actual quality of life stuff and just tweaks to existing things like you know, difficulties and you know, crafting. Like, why aren't saddles craftable? I would just throw that in with my update, completely unrelated. Saddles should be crafted with leather. Just do like, you know, like a H shape with leather. Boom. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe they can make it more complex, but it should be craftable, man. Anyway, that's the end of the stream. We're out of time. Anything else you guys want to say before we go? I'm gonna just close that world now. Lovely jubbly.
For an idea of
I was expecting it last.
actually, yeah, it was really awesome. Honestly, I'm glad that everybody like we had more participants than we normally have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some great
And-
variety with, you know, all of you turning up. It's great.
And also, I just wanted to mention because you did mention that the winner is going to be able to do a stream. I was
Yes.
I was thinking of because I love these ideas a lot, and I wanted to actually somehow implement them myself into the game. So I might actually start development of like a very small mod just to have some of these ideas implemented. Which
That would
will
be
probably make things easier
insane,
in the
dude.
future.
Yeah.
already-
We'll work out how exactly we do it. We could play with existing, like for the end example, if that had won, there's existing end mods that would have fit perfectly,
Yeah.
and like we could just, you know, mess around with world generation or starting items or whatever. But yeah, if you want to make a mod, you've got plenty of time. The earliest this is possibly going to happen is February, if I'm honest, because hiatus, Christmas, I'm busy. So take your time. That'd be very cool.
Yeah, awesome. And I'll make sure it's available to the public because I want everybody to be able to enjoy it.
Very cool. Okay.
Actually based.
Based and Minecraft development pilled. I don't know.
Yes.
Guys,
And also,
go
I'm
on.
sorry. If everybody else who actually participated, if you do want to have some of your ideas,
Hello?
Um.
You cut out.
Yeah.
this helps like a lot of your ideas. Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to say, if anybody else wants their ideas added to like this mod that I'm making, because I might as well just add, because I really love your ideas and I don't want to like have be left out. And of course, this is not really an update, so kind of anything can just be shoved into a mod. It'll be really cool.
Yeah.
So you guys should totally like message me.
Awesome. Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I have to say.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream now because SCP's starting in 12 minutes. I'm gonna be a bit late. I didn't take a break, and I kind of need to do that now, but we were towards the end, so I figured I'll just wait. So yeah, guys, I already told you all the stuff. Like, share, subscribe, channel links below. Also, today's charity shout out goes to Crisis. I'll talk more about them on the SCP stream. They're gonna be a recurring thing this month, and you'll see why, because I also made a community post, which again, I just want to remind you, if you haven't checked out already, over here. But yeah, like today we've got two big event streams. Honestly, they're not really events, but like these are big collab streams, so I hope you enjoy them. Yeah, I'll talk more on the next stream. That's everything. I had a lot of fun today. This is really quite creative, so I will see you guys in the future. You can do the outro if you want. It's whatever. Oh, did I not, Mac? I thought I sent that. Yeah, I did. It's right here. It's here. Alright, guys, I'm going. Thank you so much for watching. Stay hydrated.
I'll be back on the Among Us.
Mogus?
Among Us.
Amogus.
Among Us. Bro, the new Among Us update is actually based though. Yes,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
great.
whoa. 13 likes? What? Interesting.
What?
I had fun really doing that. I might make an update to my update.
An update of the update.
Sounds good. Also, I'll probably message you later about this mod idea, because you know. Definitely. I had really fun. I'm so glad you hosted that. Honestly, I had so much fun. Like the entire idea. Oh, I would love to do stuff like this. Like,
At
what
least
if we do it for other games?
making something, even though it wasn't amazing.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna get sent back to the void dimension. No,
Just
please.
um.
No.